Hoo-hoo. All right, we are live. Now to wait. Unless people are already here, then hello to the people who were here early.
Hi, everybody.
All right.
Yeah, I'll also have this on the side on the live stream going on at the same time just to see.
I have to get the stream open on my phone still
Oh,
because I'm
good.
slow.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hey Tabari. How's it going? How's Tabari today? Tabari's always here. It's a good thing. I won't start the topic just yet, because, yeah, I would, wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, if anything, right now it's good to just kind of like hang out and see how everyone's doing.
Totally not Gale.
Clan was
Clan
here.
was here.
Oh, oh my god.
Wait, I thought it was
Shout
gonna
out.
be. I have a friend named Gale. Is it not that Gale?
Different Gale.
Oh my god. Okay, hello, other Gale. Because I have a mod. I have a mod in
Shout
this
out to you,
chat.
Bone. What's up? Just getting people to watch your video. Good luck. I saw your video post um on her server, so I will take a look at that as soon as I can.
Yes, the Little Witch series. Or, I don't know if. Is it a series?
I have no idea. I'm going into it blind, but that's the best part.
Yeah, Tabari's been looking forward to this game for a while.
It looks cool, at least just from like the few thumbnails I've seen. So, and the fact that it's a Souls like already gets my attention, so I'm down to take a look.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then, like I said, just waiting on the people to join, and then we can get started.
Sounds good to me. What like number are you trying to hit before you start?
Hmm. Usually it's like 7-ish.
Seven's
I don't
fine.
know if my Streamlabs like updates properly,
Mm.
but right now it says 2. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Says on my end 3, but
3. Okay. It's not 2, it's 3. It's better than 2.
yeah.
And then also it's quite late for most people.
Oh,
It's
for sure. One, it's a
almost.
Sunday night. I've had early access beta version of No Better for months. Now that the full version is out, I've been recording gameplay. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'll take a look as soon as I get the chance.
Eee. Poor Tabari with the other person that has the same name on YouTube. That's got to be
Oh.
really annoying. I know. So actually, fun fact before we start, anyway. Um,
Mhm.
Before Taminogi was a thing, which it did have a different name before. I think nobody knows that anymore. But I had an actual other account that, like, I had another YouTube channel that I was trying to start before.
Mhm.
That didn't really go anywhere because I wasn't really posting on it. But
Mhm.
it was Tam Bam, which
Oh.
was like a nickname given to me by my ex, who was my boyfriend at the time. But
Mhm.
it had another, like, oh, Cake, come on. Cake, you weren't following me before?
Oh.
Cake.
How did you say that?
No, thank you. Oh, what? How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
My bad. I was like, wait, why am I getting the notification? Oh, that makes sense.
How dare you? What is this? Oh my gosh, you guys.
My bad.
Just the sudden, like, barrage of following. We haven't even started yet. What are you guys doing? No,
That's
thank you
what's
though.
up, Owen. Good job.
Thank you guys. Also, hello to Koss, also a first time chatter. I like how it shows on Streamlabs, like who's a first time chatter in here or not. Um,
That's cool.
what was I saying? Oh yeah,
You're talking about yeah, your past
yeah. The
one.
the past channel. Every time I would look it up on YouTube, another like 3 channels would pop up because they all had the same name. Because I mean it's Tam
Damn it.
Bam, so of course someone already had that.
I I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
versus like Taminogi. Oh, okay. Suddenly it says 8 viewers, so guess
There
we
he
can
is.
start. So today we will be talking about real health. So I want the reason I put real health. I just want to state because I felt like there might be people who think that when I put down like let's talk health because we're playing Mabby, it might automatically think like, oh, HP, like the HP in your game. Let's talk about HP potions and health and how to get your health higher and stuff.
Like hell, everybody. Today we're going to be talking about how to optimize your HP bar.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything you need to do to train all of that. So alchemy is key. Just kidding.
Wait, is that actually like the best,
Uh,
or do you not know? Like you just kind of
there's a there's many. Oh my gosh, there's many factors to get your HP bar
okay,
up.
okay.
But yeah.
That's a whole other. Maybe I could do a whole stream about HP and MP and
Oh
stam.
my
Who
gosh, you can
knows?
do an entire stream about if anybody wants to min max anything
Just
in
get
this game,
some
and that'll
random
get you a full thing.
get some random like end game player that comes in here knows about all that kind of stuff and just let them talk. um,
It would make for a really good stream though.
maybe, yeah. I think people might like it. Depends. Depends.
Oh,
I
for
don't know.
sure.
But yeah. So real health. Meaning like real life health. So, at first it was just gonna be mental health, but I figured that might be too. Um, I mean, I guess it isn't. I was. What's the word? I figured let's be more broad, right?
Hmm.
Um, just have more to talk about instead of just like I don't know, like depression or anxiety, and then that's
Yeah,
it.
which in and of itself still is something we can talk about, but
All right.
I'm sure a lot of people have other questions about the broader side of it all, so I'm always down to like make for fun discussions on it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I should probably state. Tsukirou is here. If you didn't notice already, I did an interview with Tsukirou a while back. I don't remember how long it's been now. Like it has to be over a
Ooh,
year now.
definitely at least over a year for sure. It was
Um,
definitely pre Aaron merge
yeah,
for sure.
and the interview that I did with you, I remember having a good talk about a little bit about you know uh, just mental health in general. I guess
Mhm.
we had like some links for people to go to if they needed help and that sort of stuff. So I figured let's ask Tsukiro uh, if he'd want to be if he'd want to be the one to help talk about this topic. So
And I'm more than happy to do so as well.
yeah,
Again, as per usual discussions when it comes to health and healthcare topics. Well, to start off, I can introduce myself. Hi, everybody. My name is Tsukirou. I've been a Mabinogi player since around G7 days, but only been really, really active in the community and playing the game maybe for the past maybe 3 or so. um, IRL without me disclosing too many things because safety and whatnot. I am somebody that is part of the healthcare community. At the very least, I can say that I have just finished up medical school, about to go into in my process of going into residency and things like that. Um, so, as per today's topic, being part of the health group.
that's my sister, by the way.
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. But yeah, so as for the usual health related topics and whatnot that I have to say, um, anything that we discuss today when it comes to your mental health or physical health and things like that, take with a grain of salt, because this is for pure discussion. I do have a bit of an angle that I can say based off of my credentials, outside of Mabinogi. But when it comes to anything that we discuss, anything that I say, especially, shouldn't be used as full-blown medical advice, and
Absolutely.
at the very least, should be still be considered. Like, I highly encourage you to do your own medical research as well, and have a full discussion with your own personal doctor regarding these topics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Very, very necessary stuff, and I know everybody has a different ability of access to such, but nonetheless, this is something I still have to put out there.
Yeah.
Um, Despite all that, I'm still more than happy to be here and happy to talk about anything regarding mental health,
Yeah.
physical health, and things like that today.
Yeah. It's more like it's for both your safety and for ours.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And just for the fun of it, honestly. Sometimes, depending on the topics we get into, maybe you'll learn some really, really interesting stuff today.
Yeah,
So,
could be, could be. Um,
yeah.
so I didn't really have a plan. I told Tsukirou this before we even started the stream. Didn't really have a plan for this, but I figured where we would start because I figured we had to start somewhere, and it was hard to talk about where we would start. Yeah, Tabari said, I have my own fair share of health issues I've been dealing with for years. I've mentioned in Discord and on past streams. So this might be a
Mhm.
good one for you.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Um,
It kind of reminds me of like I can't remember the name of it, but there is a VTuber that I recently heard about that. They're a pretty famous VTuber. I can't remember the name specifically, but I did see them at one of the conventions I was in the past, and they do talk about how they do have like a chronic illness that they have that keeps them inside that
no.
it does make it very, very hard for them to be able to do a lot of outside interactions because of the risks that it pertains having this illness that they have.
Yeah.
But having a gaming community, having the VTuber community that they were part of, really let them have their own way of getting out there into a community of a sort to still live that kind of life they believe is, worthwhile.
Yeah, yeah,
So
exactly. Oh gosh, think about like before the internet and stuff. That would be very hard, I think.
mhm. It
I
gives me
mean,
like
I'm not them,
pen
but
pal vibes if I think about it from back in the
yeah,
day.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I wonder how writing letters would do. I mean, it'd be kind of slow, but it would probably be very nice to get like letters from people and stuff too.
For
It'd
sure,
be like a
yeah.
joy.
I know
So
some people still do, I think. But yeah, and we were saying.
right. So I was saying like a good place. I think that we should start. That I think goes into a lot of little. It branches cuticle on stream. Yeah, let's go look at cuticle for a second. Look at cuticle. Hold on, I'll get into screenshot mode for you. This is a cuticle stream. Here, I'll zoom in. This is all about cuticle now. All right, there you go,
shout,
guys.
shout out to Cuticle.
So I thought a good topic to branch out from would be how do parents play a part in health, whether it be like mental health or physical health problems.
It's interesting because there's so many things that can go into that topic alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, just because, like, it would depend on the angle we start with. Because overall, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me would be when it comes to being a parent and where that entails your sense of baseline for how you feel your health should be for many people, and this goes to not just like their health but just like how they are raised and morals, and there's an entire other topic that can go into for there,
Yeah,
both if it's good or not good. But for a lot of people, you can argue that what when you first grow up, say you're like 4-year-old you or 4-year-old me, our sense of what we consider to be, in a in a typical sense, um, our idea of health is our family, and let alone our parents. Even more so if the parents that you have are very active in terms of what they, you know, help you perceive for your health. Be it something where it's like, oh, you just got sick for chicken pox for the first time. Let me take care of that for you versus oh, like you should be eating healthy and this is what it means to be healthy, if they're the type of parents that do that versus not. um so that in itself alone can become a very big for many people it can be a very big factor into how we perceive our health.
the kind of thing that I was thinking about myself was I know for some people, this was also myself and for my sister, there were a lot of issues that we had health wise later on in life. Like, oh, 1 second. There we go. I had
Mhm.
an alarm on my phone go off. Thanks, phone. What was I saying? We had sometimes, like, I would say around preteen slash into the teen years, our dad didn't really know anything about us in terms of our health. And then our
Mm.
mom, um, a lot of issues or like worries that we had would just shrug it off. Like anything
Mhm.
to stay away from going to the doctor to get things checked and make sure everything's fine.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that's actually a bad thing
Mhm.
because I don't. That I mean, there's so many reasons why that would be bad, right? I feel like it's important. It's important for your
Mhm.
parents to care when you're at such an age that you don't know. You're still not quite knowing what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Mhm.
Um, and I'm not in the U.S. or anything. I'm in Canada, so of course,
Mhm.
uh, some people might be thinking like, oh, well, just go to the doctor yourself. But
Mhm.
um, we were at the age where we didn't know how to go make an appointment. We didn't know like, how to get
Mhm.
to that point.
Mhm.
So we're just kind of stuck sitting there, not I would say rotting away, but not actually rotting away.
Oh my
But
gosh.
like worrying about what could be something that is turning like it's small to start out with, but could snowball into something else. And
Mhm.
like they tell you to ask about it right away, right? And to get
Oh,
it checked
definitely.
right away. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's what I think about with like parents. It's like, do
Mhm.
you guys feel like parents should be always like just as concerned as you are about your own health? Should they play as big of a role in your health?
In an ideal world, you could say yes, but this comes with the caveat that the parents themselves know what to look for too.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, it can get to a bit of it can get a little bit complicated in that respect because that's where kind of medical education comes in, even just to patients, and how that important becomes important because how do you know if you don't know what to look for, you know?
Yeah.
And so, with what you're describing, a lot of things when it comes to just being kind of a steward for your own sense of health, let alone being a parent and helping to steward your child's health, it honestly like goes down to even just do they know what to look for, even know that they don't know, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Because at that point, it's kind of like, how do we learn? If I like use in a like metaphor in like Mabinogi, for example,
Yeah, yeah.
how do I know how to host a Gurgashi daily if I've never done it? You know?
Yeah.
So then it's like, how do I in that kind of mentality, similar kind of line of thought, how do I teach my kids what's right and wrong about health if I myself have not gone to a doctor or a medical professional to learn such?
Oh.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the same thing with like going to the gym to learn how to work out and lose weight or getting muscle. How do I know that if I've either some people like to be formally taught, or how do I know that if I haven't looked up videos or studied it and all these other things and just go in without a plan? Sometimes people can do that. That's fine. But statistically, you're more successful when you have that plan and if you have some sort of mentor to be able to teach you, at least from their experience, what's right and wrong.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense to
Mhm.
me. I mean, it's just
Yeah,
like getting brought up in general.
no, for sure.
You made me think of another thing to stem into actually.
Mhm.
While you were talking about that. Wait, what? I lost it. No, come on, come back to my mind. What was
Got
it?
this.
Oh no, no, come back. uh,
I swear, in the next 5 minutes, it will show up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. What was it? No.
Oh, you
um.
do that. Let's see. On chat, it says, I had chickenpox as a kid, Tavari. Now I have shingles on my feet. Yeah,
Whoa.
so shingles is a derivative of the same virus as chickenpox. So
Shingles
use
is painful, right? I believe.
shingles is very, very painful. There's specific ways that it can actually be seen. Classically, it looks like how chickenpox would at the time, but it usually is like a linear pattern. That's there's a specific way that us as like medical professionals know and can see, because essentially it's like it looks like these very like very harsh red pustular, not pustular, but um like dots in a linear pattern that are very, very painful and sharp. Then I know
Oh.
in my mind the first thing is like, okay, that's likely
Oh,
shingles. Even more so if you had a history of like chickenpox in the past.
and that's on your feet?
It can
That's
be.
gotta
It can actually be
suck.
anywhere on the. It can be anywhere on the body, but on the feet that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like you can get. There is medication you can get to be able to
Oh, there you go.
suppress the pain, and also treat it as well. So I'm happy that that's a thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
and it's mild though. That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Also, I remembered what I was gonna say.
I called it. I was like, in the next 5 minutes, you'll show.
So I was thinking, so people are able to figure out, like as you were saying, like you don't know things until you experience it. Um, we have the great tool of the internet nowadays, so you could easily just
Yes.
be like, oh yeah, uh, yeah, like look it up online. But that's not always the case with health too.
Hmm.
You got to be
Hmm.
careful.
Hmm.
Um, you can't just go to WebMD and be like, oh, I like,
As much as I wish.
you look some simple thing up that's maybe
Hmm.
possibly. I'm not saying 100% it's nothing at all, but
Hmm.
and it's like, oh yeah, this could be a symptom of cancer, and it's like, oh,
Hmm. Ah,
it
yes,
makes
the
you think the
usual thing of like,
worst.
oh,
Yeah.
fatigue, that's cancer. It's like, necessarily.
Yeah, no, no. So you just got to be
Yeah.
careful with what you figure out online for that kind of thing.
Hmm.
Definitely, I would say still. I mean, I think it's okay to still look it up, but keep in mind, I guess,
Hmm.
keep in mind that most things on there are probably not the case most of the time.
It's like yes
Uh,
and no, because it's like
yeah.
because there's
Like
when
I
it comes to
think,
medicine and the human body, there's a lot of overlap, and
yeah,
so at the very least, it's okay to look things up.
yeah. I think it's still
Yeah.
good to get like a second opinion from your actual doctor.
Exactly.
um,
Because that way, like, it helps you with making sense of the stuff that's out there. In that respect, I feel like my opinion
yeah,
usually runs a rabbit hole that leads to the most extreme. Yeah, you can literally Wikipedia hole yourself down WebMD, which I would not suggest.
yeah. No, exactly. Although I think would you think it's okay to say like if you looked something up online and then you
Mm,
went to your doctor to ask about it, would it be appropriate to say to them like, I have this issue, and
mm,
I did a quick search online and it said it there's a possibility for this to be the issue. Like,
mm.
is that appropriate?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
honestly think it is appropriate.
Okay.
Because in many ways, because the way that I've always been taught is the ideal patient's physician or patient's medical provider um, relationship should be that there's like trust and all of that there. And you know, even your doctor hopefully will be like pretty straight up with you when it comes to like, oh, there's like the thing you're looking up is utter nonsense. But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's also good practice of them to let you know that in a good way, at the very least, just to be like, okay, it's not this because there's
Yeah.
this that shows you that it's not. Um, rather than
Yeah.
just like,
It's good to
rather than
explain
the
it.
usual bad parental thing of like, just because I said so.
Yeah, no, exactly. I usually when doctors act that sort of way, it's like, do you actually care about what I'm feeling right now? Like, like, are you actually putting the effort into thinking about what this could be?
Mhm.
But yeah, I think it's good when your doctor definitely explains like this is why, and yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's time to switch your doctor. I don't know. Um, don't listen to me if it's a good doctor, please.
Um,
um, but yeah. What you before we went into the stream, you said we were talking about escapism, escapism, and Mabby,
oh,
or just games in
ooh,
general. Did you
we're
want to
getting
go
into
into
that
that?
topic. Yeah, sure. Well, just in general, like, an interesting thing when it comes to, so as many of us already know and are aware of, Mabi is a gacha based MMO,
Mm-hmm.
and as we obviously know, it's an MMO in general. Haha.
Yeah.
But for many of us, Mabinogi has been not just something that's like really, really fun, and it's like a nice little hangout thing and a fun game that we can play and enjoy together. But many a time, and this goes across a lot of MMOs in general, we can utilize this as ways to cope and, if not escape, from real life stressors. And depending on in what sense that you utilize it, it can go from something that's just like, hey, it's my usual hobby that I like to do every night after work, or I'm a stay-at-home person and I do a stay-at-home job, so I use this as my way to kind of de-stress in the middle of work, which is fine as long. But it gets to the point where it can be the term being maladaptive or not a good coping mechanism
Yeah.
if you start to do things that are very self-destructive, essentially,
Mm-hmm.
like
Or like if
utilizing it.
you don't take care of yourself,
Essentially,
for
yeah,
example.
very, very much so. Many of that being ways like examples I've seen in the past, not just in Mavi, but just in other MMOs in general, can be things like spending ridiculous amounts of money that could be used for rent, for example, to buy gacha or
Oh. Mm-hmm.
impress somebody or try to be the best in the game or things like that.
Not a very responsible type of spending. Like you're not
Exactly.
being very responsible with what's the difference between something you need and something you want.
Exactly, yes.
Also,
Because
hi
again,
Harley.
hi, welcome to the stream. Yeah, like just because like again, it's not that we don't all have stresses, we do. It's just a matter of finding ways to deal with those stressors in a very healthy way.
Yeah.
Um, remember that reminder to everybody that Mabinogi at the very end of the day is it's a fun game, but it's also run by a business. We have to understand that, it for many MMOs, it's easy money to just, be it's like, hey, it's Mabi, it's an MMO with a gotcha system, and hey, I want this really, really, really cool, you know, game-changing armor that'll change my DPS, or I just really want this really good outfit that's, is the go-to outfit right now.
Me.
Which, again, at the end of the day, still do something that you find fun, but do it responsibly as well. Um,
Yeah, exactly though. No, it's true.
understanding the risks that come with it as well,
Yeah,
because
I tend to use my allowance money on gachas, but only the allowance money. Like it's um like a set amount that is set to the side for things for fun.
exactly. By doing so, you'll be responsible knowing that, hey, I can do this for the fun aspects, but I won't be breaking the bank doing so. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
spending like 6 grand on something, for example. Um, which some people do. Like if you take a like I can already think of one right now off the top of my head. There's someone I knew that on Genshin, when
Oh, yep.
Eula as a character dropped, was all for it. They wanted to see six Eula, which is essentially like max out a part of what makes her a great character. But to do so, he spent at least a little bit over 2 grand doing so for one character.
I have a
And
question for people who might play Genshin. I and like played Mabi as well, obviously, because you're here, you're on Mabi. um, is Genshin more of a gacha game or is Mabi more of a gacha game? I'm actually curious about that. I know it's kind of not on the topic,
ooh,
but I just wanted to ask that real
ooh.
quick. If anyone knew or could say, I guess. Um, but sorry, continue with what you were
It's
saying.
okay. It's okay. I'm actually excited to see what people say about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when it comes to going back to the topic of just like utilizing Mabinogi as a way to escape our stressors and even let it be in its own way a coping mechanism. there's like essentially the easy way to put it would be like it becomes maladaptive and destructive if it starts to do something that starts to affect your life more than in a
Yes.
destructive way, like be it
100%.
financially, socially, the way you perceive life to be, even more so. Um, those in its own way become very good examples. In my time being more active in Nabi, there are many, many, many ways I've seen them happen.
Mm-hmm.
Be it in-game drama or people like spending out things to the point where it becomes like financially irresponsible to even spending more time like in the game than more than necessary just
Yeah.
because it just feels like the right habit. Um,
No,
because
I gotcha. I gotcha there.
yeah, because like when it starts to get to that point, that's when you have to start asking yourself, am I doing this in a very maladaptive way?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Sorry that it's a happy topic, but
No, no, no. That, I mean,
it's
that's
still
the whole point.
something that's still something that we should sometimes ask ourselves because um yeah, in my time in Navi, there's been more than enough times where, and if I want to even like be even more truthful to that, even I myself have seen myself kind of go into those rabbit holes where
Same.
it's like I have to remind myself and pull myself back to be like, hey, there's a whole other life outside of all this.
I feel like I can
That's
kind of
yeah.
safely say, like, without any evidence or statistic proof that I could bring up. I don't have any of it, but I could. I feel like I could safely say that 90% at least of this community has done this.
Hmm.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a safe kind of yeah.
I wish
Without evidence.
now that you're bringing that up, like it makes me wonder now, and I kind of want to like look up actual studies to
Oh,
see if these things up, which I could. I just have to look it up and like get the chance.
what
But
like specifically for Mabby or?
just MMOs in general, because I
Oh
wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised if like there has been research that has been done utilizing data to check for such, but I would definitely have
What?
to look to see.
My
If
sis
anything, if no low key, if no one has, I'll be more than happy to do so. Maybe one of these days.
my sister
Um,
said I used to spend so much money on stuff that my bank account kept going negative. I don't know if Tamara remembers that, but it was yucky. So I made a change and it's so much better to have control. I didn't remember that.
oh,
I what? what? Wait,
thank you for
what?
the honesty though, because like again, that's where it gets to the point of the idea of being maladaptive, where again, you can still have fun in the game, but make sure you're being responsible by doing so.
I don't remember that at
Um,
all. Whoa.
yeah, I am happy to hear that you made a change that made it to be in a better sense of control
Well, if
though.
I don't remember it at all, then it was very much a short period of her time. Like it happened maybe once or twice, probably, and then uh, maybe it was after you moved out. But yeah, it wasn't like hundreds, it was just barely negative, but still not good. Oh, okay. I didn't know it was that recent. Yeah, maybe it was after. I don't remember that. I feel like I would have been panicking. Just knowing my sister and I, we're twins, and
Mm,
like we couldn't be separated for like so many years, and so we kind of shared similar like anxieties and stuff. I
mm.
feel like I'd be panicking. So you were probably panicking. uh,
It's interesting because like luckily it was always right before. Okay, that's good. Yeah, like it's an interesting thing because for a lot of people, the act of actually spending this amount of money, it's interesting because like for a lot of many people you can utilize gambling out more than they can chew as a way to kind of numb themselves away from whatever their anxieties are. Think of it a good example of this a good example of this in a very extreme version is the actual classical definition of OCD. I'm not saying that this necessarily is OCD per se, But the way that OCD works is that you have, it's in the name where it's like obsession compulsion disorder. The obsession is the thing kind of redefine it would be that the obsession is the thing that makes you very anxious. So like my anxiety inducer, as an example, not mine, but just as an example in general, would be something like, oh, I have I'm very, very stressed about exams that I'm doing as a student. It's making me very anxiety induced. I don't know how I'm going to do on this exam, yada, yada, yada. To do so and to kind of numb myself away from the obsession of that anxiety, my compulsion is to spend a lot of money on gotcha to kind of keep myself away from thinking about that, because instead of thinking about that, I'm thinking about what I'm spending on gotcha to get this specific outfit, to get this specific armor, to get the specific weapon or this app scroll or whatnot. To get that, because I don't want to think about what makes me anxious, but I want to utilize this avenue to numb myself from it. It's a pretty good example of what that would be like. Because sometimes people say like, oh, how can you spend all this? Well, maybe for some, maybe they're just spending it because they don't want to think of something that makes them more anxious.
I realized I had muted myself, and I don't know how long I've muted myself, but it's okay. You
Oh,
did a good job. It's funny. It's probably wasn't for quite that long. Could you guys hear me when I was talking about how I was twins with her? And
yes, I heard
okay,
that.
okay. So it wasn't for long. Okay, good. Wait, no, you didn't. What? Oh shit!
What?
All right. Well.
Oh shoot, I did. But,
okay. No.
oh.
Wait, that makes no sense. How did you what? No, I was. Okay, well, I'm gonna go really quick then. I'm gonna say what I was saying. I think that would have made like a huge anxiety because my sister and I are twins. We like from what she was saying about her account, I said I don't remember that at all. For one, and it might have. She said it might have been after I moved out. Could be the case since I don't remember. It would have been. I feel like. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then I won't go over that. Whatever. Okay. What I was about to say, I realized when I was like talking and then suddenly you would talk and I was like, what? Like, am I being ignored? No. I was just muted. What you were talking about just now with the gachas and stuff, I just realized too that people could be, you said people could be going to that to take away from their stress of like exams, for example, right? Mm-hmm. But what also could happen too, because it is a gacha, mm-hmm. You might not get what you want. You might get really bad pulls from the gacha, and then you're instantly going from a stressful situation that you went to Mabi for to do gachas on to try and make it better and to distract yourself. But now you're distracting yourself by getting terrible pulls, and you just spent your money on something that just maybe stressed you out 10 times more by not getting, like, you didn't even get what you wanted.
Pretty much.
Like, you just made your situation 10 times worse.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Cyber Joel and the crew.
Joel, what's up?
I love hearing that. I love Jet Set Radio. Welcome to the people of Cyber Joel's stream. We are doing a more, I guess, realistic talk about health, like real health.
Realism in my fantasy life. What is this?
And we have Tsukirou here with us. So yeah.
Hi everybody.
Welcome.
Oh my gosh, that number jumped.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Rating.
Hi.
Come on.
Dang.
Cyber Joel.
Is this what it feels like to be streaming? Oh my gosh.
Oh, they're my problem. Oh, okay. Well, good night.
Have a good night, Joel.
Thank you. Oh gosh. Yeah. So we're talking about real health issues. We've brought up the topic shortly about how parents play a role in health, like mental health and physical health. We brought up gacha and gambling, which is what we were actually just on. Did we talk about something? We did, didn't we? I can't think of it right now
Uh,
off the top of my head. Um, hmm. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Does anyone
it's
else
all
know if
good.
we talked about anything else, or is that just where we're at right now? It might have just been those two.
I know for sure those are the big ones.
Yeah, those are the big
Um,
ones.
if anything, just as like a reintroduction for the new people that are on the stream. Hi there, my name is Tsukirou. I am a fellow Mavi player like yourself. I have been playing this game since G7-ish days, but I've been more active since about the now server merge time. So probably the past 3 years or so.
Hey.
Without giving away like major things to one be DDoSed, another for people to like, you know, just for my own personal safety. IRL, I am a newly finished person from medical school on my way to finishing up my last few things for my residency program applications as well. So I'm near pretty much done being a doctor. So almost essentially
Damn.
full doctor's hero. Yay.
Damn.
Um, so I'm happy to be a guest at Tammy's
Let's talk.
stream
Yes.
today at Let's Talk, and so I'm here to talk about any interest that you guys have about mental health, physical health, and all of that. With the caveat that at the end of the day, please take everything with a grain of salt. I highly encourage that you go see your own doctor and do your own research regarding these health topics. That way, you also have your own way of doing things. And this is not supposed to be for medical advice necessarily, but at least just to get the discussion
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
So,
exactly. I was gonna say just the discussion. Yeah, because I think it's important. It's important to talk about. Um, and actually, that's another thing I'd like to talk about too,
sure.
with this topic is that in this day and age, I'm actually very proud of where the topic of health and mental health has gone,
Mm-hmm.
especially mental health, especially because I feel like people in the past didn't really care much for mental health. It was just always like, oh, if there's any mental problem with you at all, it was always like, oh, you're crazy. You have to go to a mental institution, and
Mm-hmm.
you got institutionalized, which is that's crazy. That's so
Mm-hmm.
scary to think about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like we definitely have gone into many great strides, even in the past, even just 20 years of where mental health has came into in the picture for just society as a whole, our perceptions of it, and even more so our collective knowledge of it. Um, because it's definitely one of the newer, I guess, specialties of medicine that is really starting to, get its break out there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just because, like, thankfully it's getting more, the seriousness of it starts to get more and more known because, you and I, and I'm sure many other people that are listening right now, know somebody that goes through it, even as something as small as, not saying small, but even as something as common as like depression
Yeah.
or day-to-day anxiety. Um, because it starts to become something that becomes a medical problem, the very good litmus test of it is essentially, does it become maladaptive to your life? Because there are days I get depressed, there are days I get anxious, but is it to the point where it's more than the typical norm, even more so to the point where it becomes self-destructive?
Yeah, I think
That's,
you're using the word maladaptive a lot, and I think it might be actually important to kind of give the give the definition to
yeah,
people as
yeah.
to
So maladaptive is essentially like, is it affecting your life in a destructive way, essentially?
yeah.
That even more so that you want to deal with stuff in a coping way, but the way that you're coping is actually doing you more harm than good.
Yes. It's
That's
it's
what that
just
means.
it's kind of
Yeah.
almost like, I hope this is a good example. Maybe it's not, but I was gonna say it's kind of similar to the example of like, are is something giving you pain? Like let's say you have a headache, right?
Mhm.
Is it painful enough that it's making it so, like, let's say you can't sleep, or is it painful enough that you can't do certain things?
Mhm.
Like, should, like, if it's ruining things like that, if you can't sleep, if you can't do certain things.
Mhm.
It's time to change that. It's like that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that's a good example.
It's a great example.
Okay, there you go. So it's like
Yeah, no,
it's time
it's
to go
honestly a
take
great
it's
example.
time to
Yeah,
take that Tylenol or whatever you want.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like in many ways, not in a way to necessarily minimize it, because it's really just as important, if anything. Mental health is essentially like any other medical illness, if it's to the point if that it does become mental illness by by term.
Yeah.
Because like I said, if it's maladaptive, if it becomes self-destructive, if it becomes a way that it starts to throw you down a path that's not healthy or good,
Yeah.
then as you would, like, again, not to minimize it, like a headache that you need to take Tylenol for,
Mhm.
you need to see somebody for these things, so then that way it doesn't become something that becomes damaging. So
You live so long in your life, and you only you only have one life, YOLO. So you want to be able to enjoy that life, right?
pretty
So you
much,
don't want
yeah.
something to ruin that for the rest of your life. So it's good to take steps to figuring out what could um, just make you happier while you're living.
Hmm.
And it's like
Exactly.
that's not even just for people who are getting older and stuff, like even younger people.
Hmm.
It's important. Uh, Also,
Definitely.
I wanted to respond to Tabari.
Yeah.
Tabari said, growing up in the 90s, attitude on some of my emotional and mental issues has made me secluded because I didn't feel accepted, and even these days, I feel it to a lesser effect, but it's still present.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely in the 90s.
I can
Like,
imagine.
even, so I have depression and anxiety. For a little while, I was actually taking, it got so bad that I had to start taking some medication for it. I'm not anymore, but I was for a little
Mhm.
bit, and then like I went to therapy and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I remember when family members who were kind of less in the loop, I guess they were more on that side where like, oh, mental health, like anxiety and stuff like that, it's fake, it's just an excuse, that kind of thing. um,
Hmm.
they would come over, and if I hadn't done certain things because of my depression and anxiety, would berate me for it.
Hmm.
And those same family members have now, like in the past couple of years, it's like less than 10 years now, at least, that's happened. And in the last 10 years, at some point, he turned around and I know I just went he because I'm talking about a specific family member, but
Hmm.
um, he turned around and now understands
Hmm.
suddenly about anxiety. It's really weird. It's like I remember getting berated from him for it,
Hmm.
and then suddenly now, like I a couple years later saw that same family member, and now it's like it not fake. It's not an excuse to that person. It's like, whoa,
Hmm.
like just time's changing. It's just so weird on mental health and stuff. It's so weird. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's good though.
It is like, again, like, because of the how mental health in and of itself is now has more of a spotlight in media and just our day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
It in and of itself becomes a good thing, because it now makes it a bit more of a norm, and dare I say, I guess, meta, to like know that
Oh
this
gosh.
exists. And that's where it gets to where, like, the education of it becomes just as important,
Yeah.
because now you need to know like how to deal with such, because it's kind of the same thing as how day-to-day things of, how do I take care of my friend who has the flu? We
Mm.
know, but
Yep.
then now how do you, in that same token of thought, how do you take care of your friend who's going through a panic attack,
Yep.
or a depressive episode,
Mhm.
or a manic episode, God forbid?
I kind of feel like, this is going to be odd to think about. What if in schools they taught a class, or unless they do. I was gonna,
That's my
maybe
knowledge
they
yet.
do.
Cool.
But what if in schools they gave kids a class like early on on like how to tell the signs of like someone who's having a panic attack, or like what to do in that situation. You know, that sort of thing, right? Like, I don't know.
Mhm.
I feel like that would be important.
It
Maybe
is.
in the future, at least. Welcome back,
Yeah,
Michaela.
welcome back. Yeah, no, like in many ways that would be a very good idea. It also depends on like how you would implement that. Because like you would have to take into account where it happens most often, at what age group it happens most often, and then you know, and looking into statistics on like how it would in what way it would be effective.
Yeah.
Um, because yeah, like I definitely remember the first time I've experienced seeing somebody go through a panic attack, for example, was first year of college for me, because at the time I
Oh,
legitimately didn't know what to do.
yeah.
I was never taught how to do so. Thankfully, that person did know because it was something they had for a long time.
Yeah.
Um, but I would just have to listen to what they would tell me because at least they know what to do. But if I didn't, I wouldn't have known.
When I first started having panic attacks, when I first, it got like, because I have anxiety and depression. This is back when I started going on that medication. It was because of the panic attacks had
Also, did
started,
my
and
character, sorry, did my
oh,
character like
oh yeah,
disappear?
yeah, he did. He did.
Didn't realize it crashed. Okay,
No,
I'll log on in a second. But yeah, but as I log back on, please continue.
no, it's okay.
Classic Mabby.
I have a cute little character here that's been like pointing bows at me and stuff. They're
Oh, now
probably watching.
now he's pointing a gun at the screen.
um. So yeah, I started having panic attacks like almost every night, and I just
Mhm,
luckily I had my sister there. We didn't at the beginning we didn't know what to do. I couldn't breathe properly. I was shaking, like it felt like
mhm,
I was going to pass out, and it was so bad that I wanted to pass out, you know?
mhm,
Because like you think of like once you pass out, then you're asleep. And then when you wake up, you're all fine because your body will regulate itself and you'll be back to normal. That's what goes through your mind. But
mhm,
you don't, I mean, you obviously don't actually want to pass out from that. But like that's what was going through my mind every night, every time I had a panic attack. It's just I want to be normal. I want to just pass out. I want to be asleep. I want to wake up in the morning and be fine. I don't want this anymore. I want this to be done. And like,
mhm,
I think a lot of people have perceptions that when you're having a panic attack or something like that, that you want to like hug them, like if it's someone that you love,
mhm.
that they're having a panic attack, you just want to hug them and you want to like hold them, or like you want to like give them a back rub, that things like that. But in my case, anyway, it was like the opposite. I didn't want anyone to touch me. I just wanted my space. Um, I just needed to get through it, I guess.
Mhm.
Um, I know what helped me the most. My sister would just talk about anything random with me
Mhm.
while I was having the panic attack. Just anything, as long as it's not, you know, obviously the the topic of the panic attack or anything. Just
Yeah,
random topics, and I would eventually just fall asleep, and that helped me a
yeah,
lot. That's just my experience, but
yeah. No, like for many people, they would pretty much say something to this to a similar degree, but then a lot of people have panic attacks in various different ways, and they'll have various different ways on how they deal with it. Some people want to be held, or some people want to have
yeah,
some sort of way to just
exactly.
be alone and just kind of ride through it, essentially.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Everyone does everything differently. It's that's another thing too.
mm, knowing that something that would distract you and there's knowing someone was there would help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
definitely. But that being said, like, it's one of those things where kind of going back to like the headache metaphor.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
essentially one of those things where like if you know that something that you know I don't know, for lack of a better term, you're plagued with, it's always good to seek professional help to be able to get through that in a more healthy way.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, rather than just having to go on it on your own.
Yeah. I I know this is really random, but I feel
Oh,
like
sure.
I didn't eat enough for dinner and I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to snack on something real quick, but before
We're
that,
turning this into a
okay.
mukbang stream, everybody.
Before that, maybe so that it's not like silent or something. Is there a certain topic do you think that they could talk with you about? Just
Ooh,
while I have just a short snack, you know.
yeah, honestly, go for it.
um, so you
I don't
can take
know.
over for a second.
Oh shoot.
Just for I'm still
No,
here. I'm still
no
here.
pressure.
It's just
I'm just
suddenly
kidding.
suddenly I'm watching you too. I'm
You're
watching you on
good.
my own stream. But if there's I don't know, something that you could definitely talk with them about.
I don't know, Chet. What do you guys want to talk about? For the next like however long to much.
Yeah, I was gonna have like a couple of goldfish or something. Not the
Ah,
actual
bread.
animal, thank you.
What? You've never just had grilled sushi of I'm not going to get into that. That's getting dark. Anyway, um, yeah, yeah, I guess. What do you want to talk about? I can answer Mabby related
Oh
questions,
yeah,
health
like
related questions, mental health related questions. We can talk about anything random. What are you guys down for?
yeah, like if let's say like you guys have some sort of like okay, so wait, you said you're going into well, I guess I don't know if you don't really want to go too deep into that, I guess, huh? I was gonna
Which,
say like what kind of like field are you going into for like being a doctor and stuff?
oh, so for me, I'm very, very interested in going into psychiatry for
Oh, okay, okay.
my specific, yeah, go figure, talk about mental health. But yeah, ideally, I want to go into psychiatry as my main field of practice. I always found during my medical school time that I always had an interest in, even more so after I did my psychiatry rotations, an interest in mental health and how that in itself becomes a standard of care in the patients that I serve. And so for me, and even more so after like meeting all the patients that I've met, I had many, many interactions which honestly made it feel like for me was my calling, I guess, just because in medicine, especially if, let's say, for example, like internal or family medicine related things, like your day to day medicine things that you deal with your doctor. Yeah, you see them. Yeah, you talk with them. Medication related stuff. I see you every 6 months to a year to kind of deal with whatever your chronic illness thing is. Or maybe if you don't have any, you're here to say hi and just check that you're being healthy. And that's great. I'm happy to see that. And I can still see myself doing that. But I personally like psychiatry because I get to do not just that, but more. Because what I have to work with is not just the medical side of things, but knowing my community, knowing the people that I work around, and knowing the resources in my community and around myself to help people that needs resources that they don't know about, for example. Because if I'm in psychiatry, it kind of comes hand in hand with me working with people that are, living under the poverty level, or people that are in the jail system, or people that where common things can, that has to do with mental health tend to plague people. And so that comes into the next step of things of do I know and am I able to find resources, not just the medical side, but socially, financially, as a community to help people um, be able to find these things for themselves. And these can be things like finding a job, finding a sensible income, education. How do I get back into school? How do I even put food on the table? Because that in itself becomes a stressor. Or who do I even talk to about mental health, kind of thing. And then knowing those things, even though other doctors can, essentially becomes my bread and butter of my work. And that's why I want to go into that.
Sorry, I was just chewing a little bit while you were talking about
Now
that.
you're good. Now I want to chew
Um,
too.
uh, what would you think then would be the first step you should take if you have a mental illness that's something like depression or anxiety? It
Um,
like if you were to think about it, what would be the first step, do you think?
if you have even an inkling of it, even more so if you already have, access to being able to see a doctor at least once a year, it's never a bad thing to just bring up to your doctor just during your yearly exam kind of stuff. For many people, especially people that have insurance, it's already covered for a lot of things as part of their discussion. And at least within my state, it's already rolled out that during your yearly physicals, you're already screened for depression and anxiety right from the get-go during your yearly physicals. So then that way, that becomes an opportune time for your doctor to essentially talk about, hey, yeah, is there anything stressing you out today, or is there anything or any sense of depression? Not like overtly they'll ask you that, but essentially they'll screen for those things. And I encourage people that are listening that have or may feel like they may be plagued by these things to be honest about it.
Hmm.
Like, and I know me saying that is easier said than done for a lot of people, but doctors and medical professionals are there and paid to be impartial and unbiased and there for you. Not in any fake way. Like we come into this, we give up our 20s to study these things because we want to do this for you
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
want to be there for you. And so let them do that. Because best case scenario, maybe you really just don't have it and it was just like legitimately like an episode, which everyone does. But again, this goes back to me talking about the when does it become maladaptive? When does it become self-destructive? That's even more so where you have to start thinking, okay, I should talk to someone in case. It sounds scary, but
But it's
it's still something that's necessary because
yeah.
what if it ends up being like a weight off your chest? Sometimes it's even more weight off your chest if you know there's a name for the thing you're experiencing, you know?
Yeah, no, exactly. Um I also wanted to talk about a little bit I I've had mixed uh I guess mixed talks with people about therapy.
Mhm.
Um when I myself went into therapy, it was very good for me. Very, very good for
Mhm.
me. However, there have been multiple people I've talked to about this topic, about the therapy topic, where they've
Mhm.
gone to therapy and they've had such a terrible time. And
Mhm.
I'm sitting here like, how? Like, isn't it their job to make it good? Like, what?
Yeah.
It just confuses me. Like,
I'll be real when it comes to that. Haha, I talk real health. Anyway, sorry. No, but like in seriousness, yes, um, therapy in and of itself, every single person that becomes a therapist is in by themselves a person. It doesn't excuse the people that are quote unquote terrible therapists. If they're terrible to you, they're terrible. But that's why I'm happy that there's multiple out there for you to essentially look for until you find the right one. Because every therapist is their own person. They'll have their own approach and how they're taught as well as to how to best be a therapist.
so in other words, also just make sure you keep in mind that maybe you had a bad time at one therapy session or had a bad therapist, but there's others
Mhm.
out there that you could try and go to that might give you
Definitely.
a different uh
Like a different approach
result.
or a different like result. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was thinking the
Um,
word, but I couldn't.
so good. But
Always
yeah,
me,
like
always me.
no,
It's true, it's
fine.
true. Always
But
losing
yeah,
my
like
words.
nah, it's just your mind thinks very fast,
For my
which is
mouth, yeah. No, that makes
bad. I'm
sense.
the exact same way. I feel you.
I think I say that all the time, especially on stream. Or I guess not even just stream. When I'm like doing my interviews and stuff too. That's kind of something that happens all the time, where I end up telling people like, "Oh, I can't think of the word because my mind is like my mouth is talking too fast for my mind, or my mind is thinking of a word, but it's not like actually like clearing the word for my head or for my mouth to say it. Like I don't actually know what the word is, but I can think of like the meaning of the word or whatever. I don't know.
I on I honestly feel you on that. Like I swear, if I had $1 for every time I've done that too, I'd probably be able to pay for another like 45 bowls of gacha.
Everybody,
Kill-
come on. Do your
See,
catches. No.
please,
uh,
just like
no, please don't gamble.
this stream is not sponsored by Mabinogi. I do not have a code to be able to let you have 50% off your NX.
But maybe someday we will.
Maybe someday we will. Hey, Nexon, if you're hearing this, please sponsor me. Please sponsor Tammy. We'll be more than happy to do such and be able to stream and get the word out there for more players to come in. The typical thing of use my code Tsukirou15 for 15% off your next purchase of NX. I don't know.
Okay, Tabari said, I'm introverted and it's hard to bring up certain topics. I've had experiences where I felt the therapist wasn't asking the right questions even though I wanted to talk about them.
I see.
Yeah, I think that's a good example of like maybe
Yeah.
it is time to go see like other options.
Yeah, like
If you
it's
personally feel
interesting.
like they're not asking the right questions, like if you're aware of that, I feel like that's definitely time.
I also encourage you to also bring that up in general with your therapist too, just to be like,
Oh,
this is how I feel.
oh
Like, what do
yeah,
you think of this? Because like, again, therapy should be, I don't know, it's necessarily a
yeah,
two-way
like
street, but let them know that's what you're thinking and feeling.
yeah, like
That way
what
that,
if you
you know,
straight out said to them like, hey, I just want to let you know, I really don't actually think that you're bringing up the right questions to me.
or like listening
Or
to me.
like or like listening to me. Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
Mhm. And you can also clarify to them that it's not like you're trying to personally attack them.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
just like this is how you legitimately feel, which is the point of the therapy. I see Scrub, my guildie.
Oh
I see
yeah.
you. I see you right there.
Time to move on to
If you're in
them.
stream,
Here we go.
if you're in stream,
Wait, this is
shout out.
screenshot mode. It's supposed to not make you transparent. What is this?
It's made me.
Come on, Mason. Oh,
It's forced me to elf high this entire time. It's okay.
what? Are you? What? Oh gosh, this
That's because
is.
I was. It's because I was transparent.
Wait. Oh, you are. Yeah. What? Why is everybody? Come on. Is this not? This is screenshot mode. It's not supposed to make it. Ah, come on, Mabby. Come on,
It's
Mabby.
like now you make me wonder if I'm actually on elf high. No, I'm not. Okay.
No, no,
Uh,
no, no. You're definitely not here. I'll just do this so everybody's in view. There we go.
but yeah, like going back to the topic of that for Tabari, like definitely bring it up with your therapist, something if you're still with them at least. Just because then that way there's like a sense of transparency, because that transparency may be something that'll help with even them switching their approach. But at the end of the day, if it still feels like it's not something that you don't feel like it's working, every other therapist has a different approach. It's interesting when you say that because my therapist, because I go to therapy too, because I have a lot of different personal traumas and personal things that I have to be able to organize and deal with as well, both academically and emotionally. But interesting enough, for example, mine wouldn't even like mine asks questions, but they're very open ended. Like a good example would be the very first question my therapist ever asked me: "How does it feel to be your parents' son?" And he just left it at that because
What does
his
that even
approach was
mean?
right,
What?
right, right,
What?
right. How does it like for you? Like,
And
well,
what
how
is
does
that?
it feel to? But how does it feel to be your parents' daughter?
It's like
And he just left it
fine.
at that.
I don't know.
Right? No, but then as soon as I said fine, he laughed.
But
But
like,
here's the thing.
what?
Because like because here's the thing. Like at least within his approach, it's like many things within our what we experience and how we progress into how we feel as adults today can be traced into things that we've experienced in our past as children through middle school, high school, college, things like that.
But like,
But he starts at the beginning.
I feel like that question seems so aggressive though too. Like,
Yes
I
and
feel like
no.
people would say that as like, oh wait, like, how does it feel to be your parents' son? Like, like
Mhm.
in a mean way. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting because like so I think and this is where it gets into like your therapist has to work with you and
Yeah.
work in a way that you feel like works with you. For
I
me,
don't know. I'm just
I
so
like mine
confused by
because
it.
Well, for me, it works for me because I like it when you're very, very direct and no
Yeah.
filter.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's not for everybody. It's not
Yeah.
for everybody by far.
Yeah, yeah.
Like literally, my therapist is has a very thick Bostonian accent, has been working for 40 years, and like doesn't and takes no BS. He'll literally look at me direct in the eye and be like, "How does it feel to be your parent's son?" And laugh in my face for me saying that I'm fine because that's not the truth. Because what I experienced, at least in my sense of it, is there's a lot of weight to that question. Because, say, for example, over time, it brought up things like, oh, I was happy, but there are things about my upbringings that still stick with me to this day, which then leads into things like how I perceived my stressors, how I perceived my relationships, how I perceived my worldview. So yeah,
That's interesting to think about actually.
yeah.
I don't yeah, that is
Oh,
such a loaded question. And it
and that's
just
the point. It's supposed to be loaded
yeah, see,
because,
even Tabari says wouldn't know how to answer that question. Exactly.
right? In the beginning, I didn't either
Yeah, and
until
I
it
didn't when you asked me.
right? But then like it's because like every so often you start to you're because you keep it open ended to start, but from there it leads into things like
It goes deeper,
oh,
yeah.
it goes deeper because like the fact that it becomes open, it's open ended. You fill in the blanks yourself. What's the first thing you think of when you think of that? Your childhood makes sense. Was it good? Probably, or probably not, depending on the person. But then that's where you start to pick your topics. It's like this stream. We didn't have a plan, but then we still had to keep it going because we still find things to talk about. And that's where the
Yeah.
therapy comes in. Because you start with a loaded question just to direct it to at least a place where it's a starting point. From there, it moves on to things like, okay, how did you feel to be your parents' son? Oh, it was a good upbringing, sure. At the same time, what are the things that you felt like were good and were bad? What were the bad things? Was there something about those bad things that led you into how you've perceived these things? Because I notice, based off what you're telling me, what you told me in the past, is your anxieties. Do they have a correlation? How did you deal with it then? And how did that start to change things now?
I'm
And then how did you deal with it in a different way? And did it make it better or worse?
I'm just thinking about like I'm just thinking about how it's so it's so intense to think about how you are technically your own you're like you it's the only way that you're gonna I don't want to use the word fix because it's not, you're not fixing yourself
Mm-hmm.
when you have like mental issues and physical issues. Well, I mean, unless you are a doctor and you can fix like a broken wrist or something. But uh you have to be able to cope with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to figure out how to cope with yourself and how to make things better for yourself in your
Even more
life.
so, it's just understanding yourself
Yeah,
because it's hard to
like
be it's hard to be third person. It's hard and near impossible to be your own
I
therapist.
feel like I was gonna say, I feel like therapists are there to get you started and to get you on the right track.
Yeah, it's like a personal trainer for gyms. Like they'll
But
be
for
there
your
to teach you how
mind.
to for your mind. Ah, yeah, exactly. Essentially that though, because and another line that my therapist once told me was, "I'm not here to make you feel good or to feel better. I'm here to make you feel."
Oh, I thought you like cut out or something.
No,
Oh,
no, straight up.
just feel.
That's just feel.
I was like waiting for the
Because
last word, and then I was like,
because
where is it?
because what we want to do with our depression, what we want to do with our depression and anxiety is to not feel.
Yeah, you don't want to feel certain emotions.
Exactly, but no.
Oh, but you need them.
But you need them.
Yeah. Oh.
Because what depression is personal suppression
Okay,
in many
goodbye,
ways. Some
Michaela. Thank you for coming. Sorry, I kind of cut you off there.
thank you for coming to stream.
Goodbye. Sorry,
But
continue.
yeah. Oh no, it's okay.
Oh,
But yeah, like
yeah.
and with a caveat with the personal suppression thing, because some of it is medical, some of it is psychological, some of it is personal, and dare say it's spiritual. But in many ways, a lot of the common denominator of it is you just don't want to feel those emotions.
Yeah, definitely. Because like you,
But
when you're depressed, right?
mhm,
You're just you're feeling sad. You're feeling hopeless.
mhm.
That's something that I feel like that's something you're taught when you're really young that you're not
Oh,
supposed to
people are
feel.
taught that in general as we go on in life, because like it, etiquette, which again, it's not that bad. Like etiquette's there for a reason. Like I'm not going to laugh at a funeral. I'm not going to cry when it's supposed to be a laughing matter, kind of thing, more or less. But it's one of those things in therapy where it's about unlocking those things you're afraid to feel, not in a way to be maladaptive, but in a way for you to understand where it comes from. So then that way, by having that knowledge, you'll know what to do to cope with it in healthier ways. But yeah,
Sorry for the random silence. I was in the middle of
no,
eating goldfish,
oh, no, you're good.
and I'm like, I
Ah,
keep getting scared and like looking at the mute button to see if I'm still muted. I don't
I
want
don't know, you're good, you're good. Yeah. But yeah, like therapy takes many ways and shapes and forms for everybody.
to. It just
But
takes figuring out where the right place is for you to go.
But
And
for my 2 cents when it comes to it, it's definitely find something that helps you feel, that helps you at least
if you're
one, like there's a sense of comfort to at least some degree to like that you trust the therapist you're with,
oh yes,
but then trusts the process too, because again, it's not necessarily about making you feel better, it's just about making you feel. But by knowing that those specific but by knowing those specific triggers or those specific things that you're trying to suppress, you'll be able to find ways, knowing that knowledge, to cope with it healthier.
would you say that if oh wait, oh crap, now I'm losing what I said
Yeah.
or what I was gonna say. Come on now, don't do this again to me. Watch like another 5 minutes and I'll
5 minutes. We got this.
man. What was I gonna say? It's like always right in the middle of what I'm like when I'm saying it too. Like really, you're gonna lose it right before I say it. No.
We got this.
Oh, right. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
So if would you say if you are crying during a therapy session, do you think that is always good, or do you think that's? I mean, I guess you can't say always because like, what if something's happening at the therapy session that's not,
yeah.
but like you know what
Yeah.
I mean though. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
if
Like,
the
well, yeah, that
if
in
the
and of itself
therapist
is
is making you
contextual. Yeah.
cry with things that they're bringing up, do you think that's a good thing?
It depends on the context and depends on the intent.
Okay.
Um, but typically, I mean, for the sake of a safe answer, it really just depends. Yeah.
Okay.
Because again, if the approach is to help you with understanding the repressed feelings or whatever you're trying to organize in your mind, that is really hard to deal with without therapy, then yeah. I haven't seen a therapist in, Tavari said, I haven't seen a therapist in several years.
It's
I usually
I feel like
internalize
even I can
everything.
say this. Internalizing things is not healthy.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, like to some
that's
degree, like, and especially people that are like in very professional fields, internalize like human beings are masters at internalizing things for the most part. But it's not, but that there comes a time where it's better to be like it's all about moderation. Like you have to be able, like if there comes a point where there's a breaking point that internalization gets to, you don't want to reach that breaking point. And that, like I said, that's where it gets into the idea of is what your behaviors are, is your behavior being maladaptive? Is it being self-destructive? Because internalizing can be okay, but don't do it into a point where it's maladaptive. if anything, sometimes it's better to actually talk it out than not. Even more so if it's something that can turn into something maladaptive.
Mm. I think we should move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
I had a topic in mind suddenly, like just randomly out of the
Yeah.
blue while we were talking about this. We should go into like how how bullying affects mental
Ooh.
health.
Oh
I
yeah.
think that's a good topic. I think that needs to be,
That's
especially in Mabinogi, in the Mabinogi community. I think that needs to be talked about.
that could definitely become a thing for sure.
Um, if hmm,
Yeah.
yeah, how
Let
do
me
we
know.
even begin with that? Actually, let's like good topic, but how to start with that?
It's an interesting thing. So like bullying can come in multiple different forms,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and multiple different degrees.
yeah, exactly.
Um, like trolling, for example, for the quote unquote fun of it, or what was it? Like, or just outright like being legitimately mean to somebody, or at least just like the idea of I need my just desserts against somebody.
Yeah, or like, and then there becomes also like passive aggressiveness, um, that you think is somehow necessary to get something through without just outright saying something. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's very odd. Um, I don't know how to start with this. Actually, I don't know. Um,
Yeah, like how to put it. When it comes to bullying online or just bullying in general, um, just there's always like bullying's been a thing since time immemorial,
yeah.
but
Oh,
it doesn't make it. Hmm?
I know something that we could start with.
Oh yeah, sure, go for it.
Um, so there's a lot of people online, specifically for some reason, tend to think that bullying online is nowhere near as extreme as bullying in real life. Like that it's
Ooh,
not even nearly close to like the same.
that I can definitely tell you statistically is very, very incorrect.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Like I mean,
Yeah.
there's multiple stories that have been out there where
Oh,
someone,
definitely.
has unfortunately lost their life due to
Exactly.
online bullying.
Yeah.
Um,
So there's multiple studies on this that have already been published in various medical journals and other research articles as well. Um, I think I think there was like a study back in the Journal of what was it? Look it up actually. The Journal of the American Medical Association, I believe. I think it was back in like 2013 or 2014. They did an actual analysis of the relationship between um, peer victimization, cyberbullying, in-person bullying, and as a trigger warning to everybody listening, this is going to be topics that has to do with suicide and other such as well. So please, if you're triggered by this or any sort of thing like this, I'm giving you the warning now before I get into this. There was a specific study at some point done by the Journal of American Medical Association on these things about cyberbullying, real life bullying, and then how that correlates to suicide in children and adolescents. At the end of the study, they did find that after studying 70,000 children and adolescents, that suicide attempts were actually 2 to 3 times more likely to occur in children who were victimized than children who were not. And then there was an even more so increased suicidality in people as in correlation in those that were cyberbullied rather than traditional bullied. And this was after a study of 70,000 children and adolescents, and I believe it was a multi. I can't remember how many years overall, but I think the study was from art. Oh, I think it was a long time though. It was at least like multiple different data sources
mhm.
from like maybe the 1920s to today.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Tabari has a point there. That might
Mm.
be one of the factors, at least one of them,
Definitely.
Not being able to see your bully all the time.
Hmm.
And like
Exactly.
it's online too, so you don't always know for sure if, let's say they do have a picture up of themselves, maybe that's not them. You never know.
Exactly. Exactly. And imagine you're a 12-year-old kid. These are the things you're going through. Like me as an adult, I know where to be able to have the wherewithal to think, oh, let me take screenshots, let me do all these things, let me trace the steps, let me find ways to be able to use this as actual, maybe even to the degree of legal litigation if need be. But do you honestly think a 12 to 13-year-old will know how to do that? Definitely not. They're going to just be there taking it,
Yeah,
which
and
isn't good.
unfortunately, yeah, especially if they're like, yeah, 12, 13, around that age, things that they might
Hmm.
be getting bullied for, like let's say their appearance, they're not an adult yet. They might not know that, what they could do is like ignore them, which not everybody can do, even as an adult, by the way. It's not
Definitely.
just easy to ignore all the time.
Hmm.
Um, but as a kid, or like a preteen, like they might still not know that that's like something someone says online isn't necessarily something that you should take to heart. Um,
Definitely.
they don't know that lesson entirely to the full extent yet, at that
Mhm.
age.
And like, I mean, I'm sure like some of us who've played Mabinogi for years, or even have played different MMOs since we were kids,
Have been
some of
bullied.
maybe have been bullied and
Yep.
have been experienced this ourselves. Like, I'm sure some of us have like been on like other games too, like say Gaia Online or RuneScape or other things where we've seen this happen,
I think
and
the
if
most
not done it to ourselves.
I think the most I've been bullied online has actually been Mabby, but only because I've been here consistently for, you know, a long time. So of course
Hmm.
that's gonna be the case. But yeah, on other, like any games, any social media platform, like it's everywhere. It is
Hmm.
everywhere. And it's hard to just say like that everybody should just stop all at once. Like it's not gonna happen,
A lot of
unfortunately.
it ends up being very dependent as well on how the community as a whole works and how the
Yeah,
community like
I think.
um, part of it's community, part of it is how the game itself is also run.
Yeah.
Because I think one good example I've seen where I think I've had a legitimately good time with the community without having to worry about it whatsoever to the most part. And I hope this doesn't affect any future prospects of yours. Is Final Fantasy 14, where I go on there. A lot of the community ever since I started there was honestly like it's interesting. Like any aspects of bullying or even, and mind you, this is an MMO with millions of people that play every day, but they, let alone with at least like tens of thousands of active players every day. But then like as you play, like it's almost an unsaid rule not to bully, because then even if the slightest thing happens, even if you try to spoil something in the game as you're doing a specific event in the game, you will actually be verbally chastised by the community by doing such,
Yeah, I actually noticed that too in the little time that I played that game, actually.
right?
But
It's
on
interesting
Mabinogi, it's
because
not all the time. It's really weird.
mhm,
It's gotten better.
some
It's gotten better.
it's gotten
But
better. Yeah, I feel like since at least now merge, the way that at
everybody,
least, yeah, the things
yeah.
have chilled out more. Like the community as a whole has developed into something at least more, I don't know if tame is the right word, but at least like, you know,
I like to say
okay.
that everybody's kind of grown up a little bit more compared
Thankfully.
to compared
I
to
hope
what they.
so.
Not everybody, but there's a good chunk of us that. I mean,
Mhm.
I've definitely. uh,
Yeah.
there's so many stories from my past when I was growing up on the game that I did so many
Mhm.
wrong things. Like just I didn't. I don't remember bullying anyone. If I did,
Mhm.
I don't remember it. Um,
Mhm.
I really don't think I've bullied anyone.
Mhm.
However, that might be the same for everybody else too, right? They might not
Mhm.
know. I don't know. But what should people do if they have someone that might be kind of, they might see as kind of bullying them? I think in general, if if you don't like, this is my own opinion anyway. If you don't like
Mhm.
someone's presence, even if they're not like entirely bullying you, but just in general, if they're bullying you,
Mhm.
blocking anywhere you can, blocking.
Understandably so, and I
That's
encourage it as well.
that's what I've been told ever since I was young. But I didn't actually start like seriously blocking people until like the past 2 years or so now
Mhm.
ish, around there. Like I was always scared to block people because I'd worry about, and this is like childish thoughts. This is what I'm saying. Like I've grown up more
Mhm.
since then, but I always had childish thoughts where like I thought, okay, if I block them though, I might still see them in the game, or I might not be able to see them in the game. And if they're coming up to me and saying things about me that aren't true, I'm not able to defend myself because I can't see them because they're blocked. And it's
Mhm.
like, in reality, it doesn't matter. If they're
No.
blocked, you don't see them. And sure, they might be doing that. They might come up to you. They might be saying that stuff, but you don't see them. It's not going to
Mhm.
bother you. And if people around you want to believe whatever they're saying, because, I mean, you would want to defend yourself, but do you
Mhm.
have to, really? Should you have
No.
to? No, you don't. And you
You
shouldn't.
know your own personal truth. And even
Exactly.
then, like, trust in being open-minded enough that if there is something that you're told that is more of a constructive criticism rather than a bully, take that with a grain of salt. But then at the end of the day, if it seems like bullying, it may likely be.
Yes, exactly, Tabari. There's a difference between bullying and criticism. And even
Exactly.
then, are you always, like, here's the other thing, too, is, like, consent of criticism.
Even more so that,
I hate
yes.
using the word consent, honestly, because I feel like people have kind of butchered the word. They've made it seem so SJW-ish and stuff. like, you know,
Even then, it's still important.
it is
Like,
important. No, it is. It is
yeah.
100%. I don't like using the word, but it is, and that's the word. You know, that is the right word to use.
Mhm.
But the consent of criticism. Are you looking for criticism? Like, are they just gonna come up to you and give you that criticism even though you didn't ask for it?
You know,
I don't know. Like, because not everybody is like ready for the criticism
mhm.
in that moment. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Mhm. Which is more than valid, honestly.
yeah.
Um, but at the end of the day, like, and this kind of, I feel like this is just my word of the day in general. Like, criticism that ends up maladaptive or it doesn't even like does more harm than good, that starts to toe the line of like it could be bullying, but then especially if it becomes overbearing to the point where it's really just even more so if it starts to almost sound like a personal attack. You might be getting towards that bullying, which you have to be careful about. And the thing is with that too is like some people may not even realize that they are until they're called out on it.
Yep. 100%. And this also all stems back to mental health because this could truly make someone actually
Oh yeah,
depressed and
definitely.
well, I hate using the word, but yeah, suicidal. Um,
Yeah, because
but it's
then
true.
like it become because especially for for like if what you read on Mabinogi and what you see on Mabinogi becomes a worldview, which to some it can. I'm not going to deny that for the ones that do, because for some that can. Because what if Mabinogi literally, in a world that they feel very unheard and very unseen, but they do on Mabby, it almost becomes a worldview.
No, it's true. It's true.
Which then, if you tack on bullying on top of that,
Well, okay. Here's the thing, right? This
very
this
dangerous.
stems
Yeah,
into Mabinogi. Right? It's a fantasy life. It's a game. That's
mhm.
fine. But there are real people playing it. We are all
Exactly,
real people that are in the real world. So technically, it is another world within the world. But
exactly.
it's we're all still real people, which is why one of my biggest pet peeves, and I keep bringing this up in multiple streams, is when people on here or just in general online do the whole like, oh well, they're just people online. It's just online. Just things like that. Like when it comes to like if people are like harassing you or something, like, and maybe you're saying something to a friend or something about it. Like
Mhm.
maybe you're bringing up to a friend like, oh man, I'm feeling kind of down because this person said this, that
Yeah,
kind of thing. And then they give you that response like, oh well, it's just online. Don't worry about it. And it's just like, that's, I mean, it's online, but we're all still real
True.
people. It's not like we're just, yeah, I don't know. That's, it bothers
Yeah,
me a lot
like
when people say
no,
that.
I understandably why it would because as I've said to like guilties and other people that I've discussed this with in the past, anonymity can be a bit of a drug because you feel that sense of security that you can just do whatever you want, say whatever you want because I have this X character on a game. And so you have zero repercussions, and maybe you do have zero repercussions, but it doesn't necessarily mean that what you do isn't going to be harmful to somebody else. And that still matters. That
Yeah,
legitimately
exactly.
still matters. And if you think that, oh, they just don't have thick skin, they're just being a snowflake, they're being all this stuff.
Oh, I
Well,
hate that word.
I know, but people are
uh,
going to say it. But the thing is with that is that it still makes a difference whether you're bullying overtly, physically, or bullying online, even more so online, because then people can start feeling more hopeless that way. And you may not know it, but maybe those actions that you unknowingly or knowingly do that bully others may be making some lifelong lasting repercussions that you may not know,
mm-hmm.
but are just as important.
Yep, exactly.
And that's the caution I give to everybody because you don't know what words you say that may change a person's worldview for the worse. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah. All right. We gotta figure out what the next thing is. What's? I feel like we did a good job of talking about that. I think we kind of
Uh,
we got every corner. I think. I hope. Well, I feel like there's so many corners, so there's got to be
there's a lot of corners. This
some
is a
corner
full
we didn't go
maze,
in,
and
but
hey, mental health's a maze, and it's really fun to traverse. That's me. Um, if anybody in the chat wants us to talk about anything, I'm more than happy to do anything like that
yeah, for
or talk
sure.
about
I want to
do
say
a
I want to say thank you to Tabari specifically.
I
Um,
know,
so
yeah.
appreciate that. Like Tabari's given a lot of good input and a lot
And thank
of
you for being honest as well, Tabari. Like I
yeah.
know it's not the easiest thing to talk about, and mental health is never. It's almost never. It's almost. How's a good way to put it? Like it's not always an easy topic to discuss. It's an important
Yes.
topic to discuss, but
Yeah.
it's definitely not an easy one to discuss.
It's just like females with periods. It's not. It's not. It's important, but it's not a good
It's important, but
topic.
it's not going to be easy to
Or
discuss.
not a
It's not easy
good
to talk
topic.
to.
Easy topic. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said not a good topic.
It's like
uh,
yeah, it's like those jokes are not funny. Period.
oh my god, stop. Stop it.
why why am I on your stream anyway?
I can't believe you. What is this? Uh,
My guildies know that I am like king of dad jokes.
it was a good one. No, I mean, I'm gonna give it to you. That was a great one.
I try.
Period.
Uh, gosh.
All right. So, I was going to do this earlier, and I don't have really a way of doing a raffle or anything, but I don't know if you guys can see here. Um, a friend of mine, Zayokun, gave me a couple of outfits here. They're both male outfits, but they both have idol animations. They specifically gave them to me to give away on one of my streams, and I feel like this is a good stream that we could do that. However, I am unsure of how to fairly like raffle it or whatever. I don't know how to, you know, I could just easily be like, okay guys, first one to trade me, get some.
Mhm.
I mean, I could. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Keep your ears peeled. Maybe I'm gonna give it to you for free if you're right here right now. Who knows?
You know what? Let's make it a little bit more fun here.
Oh, what's it? Oh my god.
Yeah, raffle this one out too. Have
Oh
fun.
my god. Okay, wait. Wait. How much is that right now? Actually, I wanna.
Yes.
I actually wanna see. Hold on. How much is that one? Oh,
I'm
okay.
not I'm not really
Are
using
you
it
sure?
much. Very sure.
Are
Go
you?
for it.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, go for it.
I'm gonna buy a bugle for this game. Give me
Want
one sec.
engage? You want engagement? Let's get the engagement
Oh
going.
my god, you guys. Look what he just did. Look what he just did to this stream. Can you believe him?
Wow.
Wow.
Should have done this in the beginning. Then we could have talked about mental health with more people.
Okay, hold on. I gotta wipe off my goldfish crumb fingers real quick on my pants.
I swore I heard you say goldfish crom, and I was just
What?
like,
Oh,
what?
crom?
Like crom bats, like the run.
My goldfish crumbs, guys. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
new update to Crom Bass, everybody. There's going to be a new mob called the Goldfish that's going to be using, I don't know, Arcana. it's I use a female for my main, even though I have a male all, so don't worry much about their fashion. Okay, fair.
what do you think? Giveaway of 50 mil outfit plus extra at Taminogi at Twitch. Come.
I like that because they won't know which 50 mil outfit.
That's true. Damn, guys.
The surprise.
Do a late night surprise giveaway, you know?
That's spicy.
So what we have here is the Diamond Jeweler formal suit male. Actually, you know what? I'll wait a couple seconds for people to come, and then I'll tell you what you're up against, or not what you're up against. What you're getting.
What you're up against.
What you're possibly getting. We'll see. But I don't know how I'm gonna do this. How am I gonna raffle this? I might have to open like a site to do
like a premium bugle so that's like flashier.
Do you have one?
Yep.
You do? Okay, yeah, sure. if you want to, of course.
I mean, we're here for the fun.
Hello. Nisi Tensu? Let me know if I'm saying that wrong. Welcome.
Wait. Nisi Tensu, what's up? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, welcome. Nikki. Oh, Nikki Tensu. Okay, sorry.
Nikki Tensu, good to see you.
I'm just going to bugle this out, and then I will show you guys what outfit I'm talking about, because I'm sure that's what you're here for. 50 mil outfit. Plus.
I feel like you may have to specify 50 mil male outfit, in case.
No, because I feel like people would come for it just to sell it, right? For the 50 mil.
You're right. Yeah. I'll say that's good idea.
Who did? Oh, welcome, and thank you for the follow, Verilize. Okay, 50 mil outfit plus extra giveaway. Okay, gosh, you guys. Thank you for the follow, Nikki. Plus giveaway at Taminogi at Twitch. Oh god, I can't fit that. What am I doing? Damn, how do I...
50 mil outfit and more giveaway.
Plus more giveaway.
50 mil outfit / more.
Oh, well, plus works too, though, right? Because that's still one.
Yeah.
Okay, 50 mil fit plus more giveaway at Taminogi. Hopefully this is probably not. Oh, it did. Okay. 2 cats show up. Wait, 2 cats? Oh, I was gonna prime sub, but you don't have sub. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I think I can. I can make that a thing. Like, I think I hit the statistics for that already on Twitch, but I'm still kind of new to Twitch. I didn't want to figure it out yet. I'm sorry. However, if you would like to donate, they're not refundable, but there's a little donate thing at the bottom of the page, or not the bottom, but it's under there. Sorry.
Oh, they're here right next to you, actually.
Hi. Hello.
Aria in game. It's good to see you.
Thank you for the follow, Project Yevos. I am sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Oh, people are buying from my shop too. Okay, that's nice. All right. So, how am I going to do this giveaway? I'm going to show you guys. So, these are the items. I'll show you the 50 mil one after. Well, actually, you know what? I'll say. I'll show you guys first. This is what you're here for. This is the Special Fairy Tale Gardener's Workwear Mail, which Tsukirou has kindly donated for the giveaway because you said you don't wear it.
I don't wear it often as much as I used to. Yeah, go for it.
And I did check. You guys can check. I don't know. Maybe a male wants this outfit just to wear it. However, it is 50 mil in the auction house. So even if you're not a male character, maybe you want it just to sell it and get that 50 mil for like a sweater or something. Who knows? That's the it outfit right now. And then we've got little extra things like the Private Academy riding uniform male, which does have an idol animation, and the Diamond Jeweler formal suit that also has an idol animation, which were donated by Zayokun. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out right now, guys. What would be... I'm still new to this. What would be the way that I could fairly give away these items to you guys? I would love to know what your thoughts are. A dice roll? A dice roll. Like, is there on a browser for that? Or in-game? Oh, in-game dice roll. Yeah, but then there's only 6-sided dice, right?
Here, how about this thing? I just posted to you on Discord.
Okay,
it's like I've seen Dawn use it. It's like a wheel of names.
Oh, okay. I like this. Okay.
So you try that.
Okay. Put your names, like your in-game names, in the chat, and I'll copy paste. I'll get a window open for you guys to see the wheel as well. Okay. Okay. And each one has a new line, right? Okay. Neko Cat. Anyway. Gotta move this over. Suppressive. Hi, Suppressive. Ciso X. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Felicity. Arya. Priesty. Oh,
is that my boy Haas? What's up, Haas? How you doing?
Oh my gosh, you guys. Codal. Hi, Codal. Ariopolis. Hasaki. I always have to say Hasaki's name like that.
I'm doing good on my end. It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Okay, so yes, so the follows. Hold on. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, wait, who did I... Okay. What You Lose, Falcon Vind, and Yukariko. Thank you for the follow. So is that everybody? Is that... I've got Neko Cat, Yui, Suppressive, Ciso, Felicity, Arya, Priesty, Kodal, Ariopolis, Hasaki. Is there anyone I'm missing?
Okay, I see somebody just whispered.
Follow Frostkai. What? Someone just whispered?
Someone just whispered you on
someone just whispered
your
me?
chat.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Hit the bongo. Hit.
If only I had bongos, I would tell you that right now.
Bongo.
Okay.
I'll leave it open for a little bit. I gotta figure out getting the tab open for you guys anyway, so.
Yeah. You can probably leave it up for like another 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah. How do we join? Okay,
yeah.
All you have to do
is... what's up?
I would say at this point, type down IGN space your name in game. Okay. That's how you enter. Okay, let me figure out a window capture for the browser. Wheel of names. There we go. So let's see. Does this work for you guys? You can see that? Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay, good. Okay, hold on.
I have Frostkai as well.
Okay, Frostkai. Gotta get Frostkai in there. Frostkia. Can we vouch for a friend? That's... What do you guys think? Is that fair? Because technically someone could easily... I'm not saying that you're doing this, but someone could easily just write down a ton of their alts names, right?
Have them be on stream. They gotta be watching the stream.
Friend alt. Exactly, Nikki.
My cousin wants... my cousin wants their name.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
My
I feel
cousins
like
and all of my relatives.
okay, Malichu.
Fighting Flames is asking what's the giveaway for.
What's the giveaway for? Okay, sorry. So the giveaway. Let me take this down for a second. Hide it. The giveaway is for this special fairy tale gardener's workwear mail, which I'll put in here again. Is 50 mil. So whether you want it to wear it or not, or if you just want to sell it, it's about 50 mil here on the auction house. So you could just sell it if you want the 50 mil for it. And yeah, and then as a little extra stuff, we got two other idol outfits for males here that you could also, if you wanted to, just sell them, or you could wear them, or you could put them in your dressing room and use the idol if you're a male character. But this is the main big thing right here. Is the special fairy tale gardener's workwear that I'm giving away. Let me put the thing back up for you guys and add more people to the list because there's more. Jonks. There's just certain ways that I want to say certain names. I'm sorry. I'm such a weird person.
Nah, we're all weird here. That's the best part.
I just want to say Hasaki's name over and over again every single time. Just Hasaki. All right.
Yeah. Welcome everybody to the stream.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you for the follows, you guys.
Yeah.
I
Earlier we
appreciate
were
it.
talking about earlier in the stream we were talking about mental health and other health related topics. Introductions, my name is Tsukirou. I am a fellow Mabinogi player as well. I've been playing since G7 slash but mostly been active the past 3 or so years. Already finished up all the talk stuff, but this I believe will also be recorded and also accessible here on Twitch, and I believe you said it was also going to be on YouTube as well.
Yes, sorry. Yeah. I was just writing down a name when you were saying that. But yes, it will be, the VOD for this will be on YouTube as well.
Yeah, no, it's okay. If anything, we can discuss some more even after we do all this stuff. I'm still going to be up for a bit of the
and
night,
like,
so
I do want to say too, Tsukirou might not actually be aware of this too, that the Let's Talk series that I'm doing, which is what we're doing right now, we're doing Real Health, like Tsukirou said. It's Let's Talk blank, so whatever topic it is, plus more, because I don't mind if the topic is mainly for the night, whatever that topic is, and then it goes into something else. Maybe we're just talking about random stuff. That's fine. Like, just to talk. Just to talk. Let's see. Kind of sad I showed up a bit late for that. No, it's totally fine. Toby, if you can either go, oh my gosh, my words. If you scroll down below on the stream, I will have links to like my YouTube and stuff down there. My main platform that I'm usually on is YouTube. I go by Taminogi on there as well. And I will be uploading the VOD for this, so you can still watch this all. It won't be live, but you can watch all this later on if you wanted to still be a part of, listening to that. Because I think it's important. It's an important conversation to have, especially even in a community like Mabinogi, even if it's a small one.
yeah. Even after the giveaway, I'll still be here and we can talk about more of it as well.
Let's see. Verilize says, I've been on Alexina since 2011, 2012-ish, but I took quite the break due to daughter being born. Aw, congratulations. Yeah. Frostguy said, Sue, I just noticed you. Oh, you said hi. Okay.
I did, yeah. Shout out to Frost Guys. Good seeing you with my friend.
Oh my god, only a few more years till the early Mabby generation starts getting their kids to play. Oh, I actually thought about that.
Low key, like, remember my aunt that I told you about during my, what was it? During, when you first interviewed me?
I don't remember that conversation, but...
Oh, yeah. So, like, my aunt was the one that got me into Mabinogi back when I was in middle school. And so now that she has a kid, that's my cousin, they're actually thinking about getting her into Mabinogi too, and she's like a little bit older, if Mabinogi's still around for that. And I was like, that's gonna be such an interesting thing.
Oh my gosh. Just, when you start seeing a bunch of people that are like, they say like, oh yeah, I'm 13 years old, and you're like, oh, precious.
Oh, precious.
Precious baby.
You weren't there when dying made you drop your items.
I forgot about that, and I don't want to think about it.
Man, wouldn't that be crazy if they brought that back? Just kidding.
I'm glad that they kept the Lost and Found there, though. Like, it is technically still there for
I
the people
know,
who maybe came back after all these years and they still need to get
right?
it back out, even if it's just
Same,
like a
but then like
little.
I last time I checked mine, I'm pretty sure all they have there is like random accessories and maybe like
Just imagine it
one
being like a
like a
little
random helmet.
claymore or something.
Oh my god, for real.
Let's see. How many minutes? I'm gonna say 5 more minutes. If you guys want to
Enough
come
for
in
that.
here, and unless you guys think you don't want to wait that long, you guys want to just get out of here. You're like, get out of here, Tamara, or not. Well, not me getting out of here, but you know, that sort of thing.
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
you lost a second generation or second anniversary hat to that. You can still get it
Oh yeah, that's
back.
nice.
It's still
If
there.
still lost and found, it should be.
Yeah, yeah, it should still be there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go in game really quickly, and I'll show you guys. Hold on. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I'm gonna
You're
go
giving
real
us free
quick.
stuff, make us wait. You know what? You right.
Let's go over here real quick. Ooh, all that lag. Wow, look at that. Woo.
Dang, that's crazy. It's not like they're making a 64-bit client soon.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Spoilers.
Also, am I getting that glitch? No, I'm not. It's just always raining. Okay. So, retrieve lost items right here. Wow, even you have a good new look that. Oh my gosh, look at those eyes. What?
Oh my god.
Oh, oh.
That's some
Someone put
Doki
this.
Doki.
Oh,
That's some like
when it
Doki Doki
blinks.
Literature Club level stuff right
When it
there.
blinks. That's like Halloween. It's perfect. It's October. It started.
It's like, damn, I always
Oh my
wanted
god.
a
I still have items in
Nabinogi
here.
collab with DD with Doki Doki Literature
Look at all
Club.
the stuff that I lost. They're just tiny little, like, little accessories and, like, a durability lost rose decoration.
I'm going to like
And a
assume you
pickaxe?
lost the pickaxe like dying in berry or something.
That's what I'm wondering. Everyone I would say go to your little lost and found and see what the fuck you lost.
I
Seriously,
know.
like it's
Items don't
interesting
drop
cuz like
anymore.
I think this is my very first hat in game actually. This rose
The rose
decoration.
decoration, yeah.
I feel like it is cuz I have a picture of me wearing it. It could be. But yeah, that's oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's adorable. All right, I'm going back. Hi Neko, I see you. Hi Suppressive, I see you. Everybody's going. They're like, I want to see. What did I drop
What did I
10 years
drop at the
ago?
time?
Or more than 10 years ago, who knows? Something around that. When I get over back to my little spot, I will see what you guys said and if you guys are uh also still entering the giveaway.
Mhm. Let me just copy paste what I posted about the giveaway real quick. Uh, yeah.
Good
Just
job,
type in
Nico. You
your.
had the spot. You had the spot. Anyway, so for people who still don't know, here are the outfits that you are getting from the giveaway. This is the main jackpot right here that Tsukirou has nicely, I don't know the word, happily, thankfully given to us to generously. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I need
I
help,
am.
guys.
You're good. Guys, no.
This is my first
I just
giveaway ever, by the way.
I did it for the
So,
fun.
this is literally my first giveaway. It is. Well, when I say giveaway, it's my first giveaway. I mean my first Twitch giveaway. The other giveaways I've done have been NX on my YouTube channel.
Give that
Miko.
boy
Okay.
some milk.
We got another one to add here. I got Miko.
And Cookie Boy.
Oh, and Cookie Boy. Cookie Boy.
Give you sanity. Oh my gosh. That's gonna be at the that's gonna be the next giveaway.
I just
The
realized.
next
So,
giveaway, I'm giving away 50 sanity.
should I be copying all of these names before I spin as well? Because will it reset all of them too? Like,
I
because
do
I'm
not
gonna want to
know.
roll
I
this
would
three
copy though,
times.
just in case. Yeah.
Okay, I would. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait. One more minute, by the way, guys. One more minute,
Yeah.
because I remember it was 10:40 for me when, and then we'll. So if anyone still hasn't. Also, if you guys want really cheap coupons, I have a shop open over here. It's right over here.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're really cheap. I've been trying to get rid of all of my coupons, any of them. So I'm just selling them like even under half price, if you just so want. Copy to be safe, I'd say. I bought one from you. Did you? Which one did you buy? Are you happy with it? How much was it? Because I don't remember the prices of everything that I put down in my shop. Here, I'll show you some more stuff. As you can see, I still have some here. These are the only other coupons I have left, and all of these coupons that I've been selling have been from the last, not last, but actually every single gacha since the beginning of the beauty gachas. Oh, 100k? Nice. It was Thin Eyes. I wonder which one it was. Thin Eyes, though. Alright, anyway, so oh, I just realized I haven't been showing the screen when I was showing you my shop and stuff. Here, let me... Sorry. Here's what I have in my shop. A bunch of coupons. And I have this right here in my inventory. And, yeah, my shop's right there, if you guys want to check it out. Completely forgot. Anyway. So... Now we have the... Do we have any last minute entries here? Anyone want to put their IGNs here for the 50ml outfit? And the other extra little outfits?
Going once, going twice.
Going once. Going twice. Sold 2.
Right. And which outfit is this for?
This is for the 50ml.
Okay.
Well,
Oh!
Ariopolis. Alright.
Ariopolis.
You get the outfit. Whoever you are, wherever you are. Oh, wait, what do I mean, whoever you are? You just put your IGN in there. Like, I know who you are. Anyway, I am in Channel 1. Channel 1, Dunbarton West. As you can see up here, it is west. It is kind of around under the clothing shop. I think that's clothing shop.
Mm-hmm.
Does that say clothing shop right there? I don't know. But you know what I mean.
Shop.
It's on the side that has the moon gate.
Yeah.
Come and see me.
Coming from the moon gate, yeah.
Come and see me. Jogging there as we speak. Yeah, you are all good. I guess I should wait until I do the next spin. Otherwise, I'm going to forget everybody who won what. Just keep my mind.
You can also remove them from the
I forgot to...
list as well.
Right, okay, I'm going to remove them. Thank you. And I guess I don't need to copy paste. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so they won the Special Fairy Tale Gardener's Workwear. Thank you to Tsukirou, you guys. Gotta give Tsukirou a thank you.
I am very happy to help with the content.
There you are, I see you spinning. Ariopolis is spinning. So happy for the 50ml outfit.
Hey, congrats on that Phantasm Breaker too.
What?
Just the title. I was like, hey, Phantasm Breaker, congrats.
The spinny Ariopolis. Wait, where are you going? You don't want it? What do you want? What?
I know.
Come take it. I traded you. What is this? Take the outfit. What? Cancelled. What are you doing?
Bruh.
What are you doing?
Fanta makes you cry. I just ran one today and I was like, hey, it's like a daily. Just kidding. Nah, but
could do the whole...
Fant's a fun run, but like it's for early ones. I know it's a challenge, but that's what I always found fun about the game. It's the challenge.
You got it. You got the outfit. Congratulations, Ariopolis, for winning the 50ml outfit. You are not a male character, so it's probably going to be sold. Or maybe it's given as a gift. Who knows? Or maybe it's just to have it as a collection. Who knows? Whatever you want to do with it. Congratulations.
As long as you're having fun, that's what matters.
All right, so the second one we're going to be giving away is the Private Academy Riding Uniform male. If there's anyone that just wants to join for this next one, just so happens, I'll give you 10 seconds. Countdown. 1, 2, I guess to count up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, fuck you, whoever was too slow. I'm kidding.
You might ass right there. Just kidding.
Ooh, Jonks.
Jonks. Jonks on you.
All right, removing Jonks from the list. Jonks, come get it. But
Congratulations,
that was a count up.
John.
I know. I'm sorry, it was a count up. So Jonks. I don't know if you heard me when I was telling the past winner, Ariopolis. where I was, but I'm in Channel 1, West Dunbarton, which is over near the Moon Gate over here. Oh,
John's might be in
John's
Kalisha, I'm not
muted.
sure.
We're in the same guild. Okay. Yeah, let me know. Oh, you're on your way. Okay. As long
Good.
as you're here, that is all that matters.
She's like, it's like, wait, I get an outfit? I'm getting out of this elite. Don't
Oh.
care. Get out of this elite.
I don't
But a
actually
shadow
know.
wizard. I
I
don't
don't
care. I
actually
get
know
an
how many
outfit.
these are worth. How much these are worth. Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely
It could
it's
be
probably worth
500k. It could be 2 mil. You never
at
know.
the very least, it's probably definitely more at least worth 10 shadow
Oh,
wizard
this
elite
one's also around the same kind of price. Okay, okay. Cool, cool.
rounds.
Alright, here's Jonks. Jonks. You get the Private Academy riding uniform mail. You can do whatever you would like with it. Enjoy. You're very, very welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. That is very much appreciated. Some
Congratulations
people
again.
just take it and leave, you know? Alright, so, does anyone want to join for the last spin? I realize I've been having this open the whole time, and nobody can see what's going on in game either. I'm bad at this. It's okay, though.
All good.
You guys have an idea of what's going on. Alright.
If I may, do you mind if I do a little quick little tidbit before the next poll?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. So, again, for those that are new to the stream, my name is Tsukirou. I am a fellow Mapinogi player as well. I've been here since G7, more active the past 3 years since now Merge. Outside IRL, I'm working in the medical fields as well. And I'm not going to say much else because I don't want to be DDoSed. But
I
um,
love it when you say
in,
that.
interesting thing though, we were talking during this stream, if you guys weren't here earlier, about mental health related things, real personal health. Oh, DDoS, I don't want to be like
like,
found in everything and
like
have
real,
the
real
entire
information found, like
pretty
about
much,
himself. Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. Um, but we were talking during the earlier about the stream about mental health and the importance of that, how that also plays and into being part of an MMO community, as well as even more so Mabinogi as a whole, how that's changed within Mabinogi, and then how that works within our current society, even more so in a post-COVID world.
Yes.
Um, and oh, nice, Nurse IRL. Nice, that's awesome. Shout outs to all of my fellow healthcare providers and healthcare workers out there that also play, that are in the stream as well. Highly appreciate, support all of you, and you do amazing work. I wish I can do more than just give you words. I would give you so much more if I could. Um, Reason being said, I know we go through a lot. You can listen to everything we've talked about during this, and we can talk about more even after the
After the giveaway, yeah.
giveaway as well. But one of the things I wanted to leave you guys with as well is I'm going to post a thing on the chat as well. If you don't already know, there's a specific link you can go to called the 211 number. For anybody that is struggling with anything that has to do with mental health, finding some sort of way to get financially stable, finding ways to get food, or maybe you know somebody that needs um, these specific community help things. This is a very good resource that you can utilize to help find these, be it for yourself, for other people, and not that many people know about, even though it's a fully government paid, government owned, and like fully taxpayer paid for thing. I hope this can be something and a resource that you or somebody else can utilize for your own sake and for your own help and for your own resource. Uh, and I hope that's something I can leave with my fellow Mabby community that's here listening to be able to utilize.
Yeah. I am very happy that you put that link there. That's the same link that you gave me in our interview, actually.
That is the exact same link I gave it in the
It is
interview as
true.
well. Yeah.
It is the same link.
Um, for all those as well that are struggling with anything that has to do with mental health issues. It doesn't necessarily have to do with anything suicidality, but one of the numbers that you can call literally is just this 988. Um, the 988 number is a new number that's taking place, that's replaced the old suicide hotline number in the past year. but to make it something more simplified, and you do not need to be down in that level of that to call it. Um, I've encouraged patients that I've worked with to call it even for things as simple as just a simple anxiety that you have, just to have someone to talk to. It doesn't have to be anything that's to the point of making that kind of decision for yourself, but even for something very small that you just need someone to talk to you about, that's what they're there for. So I highly encourage that you keep these numbers close by. That way you can, if it's for somebody for yourself or somebody that you know, somebody that you love, you can use that for yourself as well.
Yes.
Of course, of course. I mean, I'm happy to help my fellow Mabby community with all of these things.
Yeah,
So
this is the main reason why I brought you on to be the person to talk to about this. I really wanted to talk about this topic, or topics, I guess, health in general, in all ways. I just felt like you were perfect for it. Like, I think I used to have a book that I wrote all my ideas on for my channel. Or wrote in. I don't know why I said wrote on, but I mean, I guess it's technically writing on too. But um, and I think I put down. I can't remember for sure. I might have, but I know I said specifically, at least to someone, that I want Tsukirou to be the one to talk to. Like, even back then, like, you're just the first person that comes to mind when I want to talk any health issues or issues, topics, and that sort of thing.
I'm happy to honestly be part of it. I know there's a lot of other healthcare workers out here that play Mabinogi as well, so
Yeah.
shout outs to all of you as well for your hard work and
And
for keeping us all alive, honestly.
after we finish this giveaway too, I think we should go into the topic. We haven't gone into this topic yet, or this branch of the topic, of how COVID has affected. So we'll
Ooh,
go into
yeah,
that. We'll get into that.
we'll go into that for sure.
But yeah, let's do this.
First things first.
Any last IGNs that want to be added to this list for the last item? I'll count up to 10 again.
For sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. Oh, you said that very late, but.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Crash Shots. I'm glad to help.
I wonder if you've been searching shoes lately. I have been, actually. Yeah, that's probably why this is here. I do shop at this. It's a Canadian. It's a Canadian fashion.
Looking at the ads.
Or fashion retailer shop that's here. Anyway.
And it's in French. Huh.
Oh yeah, I don't know why it's in French. I don't shop in French, so. It's only shop for shoes.
That feel when you shop for shoes in Mabby and in real life.
No, it's weird. I only have 5 pairs of shoes that I wear.
Okay.
Comparing it to most people who have like 20 pairs of shoes. Okay, come on.
Why are you calling me out? Like, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, let's spin.
Alright.
Yep, French is spoken on the other side of Canada. That's why I'm thinking it's there too. I don't know 100% why.
Oh, damn.
The bongo. Hit the bongo. Hit the bongo. You get the last item. Are you here? Oh, you're right behind me. Come get it. Come get it. Run over here. Get it.
Congratulations, Bongo.
Congrats. There you go. That is all. I'm not giving away my boots and my gloves. Oh my god. Thank you. You are welcome. I've never won one of these ever. It's okay, me too. I'm being honest about that. I don't either. So I understand. I think the last time I actually won was something. I love the stream, by the way. Been in since the beginning. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I usually stream on Tuesday nights, so Sunday night is weird for me. But this was a good night for both Tsukirou and I. So yeah. All right, I am going to close that now, and now we're back to the game.
Dang, look at all these beautiful people.
Yeah, look at
all these fashionable people.
I'm gonna 1 second. Let me get us in like.
Congrats.
Let me drop by real quick. Oh, want to go coffee? Oh yeah, you did. I saw that. Gingy, Why is your hip the back of your head here?
Wait, whoever Borel is, I swear if this is a cosplay of a Final Fantasy 14 character, freaking kudos.
Maybe they'll answer.
Because he literally looks like a specific one.
It's
But I
time to pull out
swear,
my fallware. What you lose? Wait, what you lose? What was your in-game name? I want to see your
Emmerich,
fall
yeah,
outfit.
they literally look like Emmerich, and that's what's amazing. Good job.
What was your IGN? What you lose? I want to see your. I want to see your fall outfit. I want to know. Priesty. Which one's Priesty? Hold on. Let me look through the. Wait, are you not here? Priesty. I need to change. uh, Crimson's like, where did everybody come from?
The critically infamous MMORPG Final Fantasy 14. Is that the same MMO that you can play up to level 60 with no restrictions in playtime?
Hey, there's Yui. Hi, Yui. Also, if I'm saying your name wrong, is it Yue or Yui? Yui. Okay. Or you. Oh, now you're okay. I think I'm saying it right. I think I'm saying it right. Hey, it's Cake. That's my guild leader, Cake. If you guys we've been recruiting for I haven't been in a guild for years now, and I just recently joined a guild called Plushie. If you guys were interested in a friendly guild, of course, as long as you're a friendly person yourself, you can contact Cake here, or you can contact my friend. I pronounce it as Han, but it's capital H, lowercase w, lowercase n, so Han. If you're interested in the guild. Just saying. Oh.
And then here's my shameless plug for my just kidding. Quite the spread. You right? And look at all these beautiful people.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I
Look at
know.
this
I love the
beautiful
community.
community.
Look at this.
Look at this beautiful community.
Yeah, I know. Look at everybody. They're so
And they
beautiful.
say this game is
Neko
dead. Look
Cat.
at this. It's
Neko Cat,
beautiful.
you're kind of over there now. Come over here. Come stand beside my shoes, Neko. Come stand beside my shoes. Come in front of Cake. Yeah, come here. There you go. Perfect.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so let's or actually, let me see what you guys are saying first before we get into it. Sporting the OG tiger robe. Oh, I know. Did you guys know that there's a cat robe that's like nobody has it, and it was from a wishing tree event?
Eh?
And I wish I got it. I saw one
What's it
person ever
called?
with it. Like an actual cat robe. Like if you looked it up on the wiki, it would probably be there if you searched up the right name, of course. But it's from the wishing tree event a long time ago.
No,
It's not tradable, I think, and all that.
Okay.
So I think it was just rare.
Huh, never mind.
Anyway, so I guess we can continue now that the giveaway is over.
Sure.
So yeah, what do we think about COVID, like the effects of COVID and mental health?
Ooh, it's interesting because it's literally what I'm currently doing some research on right now.
Oh, okay. So it's
Like
fresh.
IRL, it's fresh just because there's a lot of new research that I've been on it right now. Let me see if I can pull up some of the data that I currently have right now. But yeah, for those that are new to the stream, my name is Tsukirou. I am a fellow Mavi player like you, who is also during my day job also in the medical field. So and in terms of what specifically, all I can say is I am a recent graduate from medical school. So that's all I can say. But otherwise, any sort of topics that are related to health that I'm talking about today, take it with a grain of salt. It is something that is just for the sake of discussion, but anything from here on shouldn't be used as necessarily medical advice, but should also be something you can research yourself, as well as talk with your specific doctor or medical professional about. So then that way you can have better discussion about these things. But yeah, so when it comes to COVID and the way that's affected mental health, there's multiple different avenues you can really go with it on this. The more obvious one is definitely like how, especially during the year 2020 with pretty much everybody near being forced to be home for multiple months, if not a full year, if not plus, how that's affected people. For some, it's like not as much because it was maybe something they've always been doing, especially if they're like work from home kind of stuff. But for others, it's definitely something that's changed a lot of the way things have been in multiple ways. Some they've lost jobs because of it. Some they've had to change entire livelihoods because of it. Financial struggles, so many things that can really affect extra stressors that many of us were not have not ever like dealt with in the past. Um, Even more so if I go into the lens of like children and adolescents and how that's affected their outlook when it comes to seeing friends, schooling, and the like. So many things that COVID and its effects have that we can still even feel up until today. So
I
a
chose the
lot.
wrong time to eat a goldfish, huh?
No, you're
Yeah,
good. You're good.
if you guys think that I'm ignoring Tsukirou every now and then, and like I have like a long silence or like a long pause between what he's saying, it's just because I'm eating goldfish too, because I'm hungry.
Literally, like now I want a snack.
I was gonna say, Nikki said I have chronic medical issues that my doctors gave me the. We will continue your treatment when COVID is over. So it's been 2 years.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
it's
it
not the
comes,
rainbow goldfish, no.
dang, that sounds good to hear now, actually. Yeah, well, for one, I'm sorry that that's happening, and obviously you don't have to disclose the specific chronic medical issues, but this is where I would highly, highly suggest to just kind of like poke at and pester your, at least like your primary care doctor about to kind of see like, okay, like right now the like COVID's not quote over, but like I need to continue, getting treatment for this. Like, how is my best way to get through this? Chronic migraine headaches, and I go after them every 3 months. It's like clockwork. Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks. The Yeah, because when it comes to, especially in how this day and age, um, since COVID's been a thing, a lot of medical providers have changed to doing things for ease of access as like a telemedicine thing. Um, Telemedicine is one way you can do it, but depending on like what specific symptoms and what they're looking for, and depending on the provider that you have, they may want you in person to be seen, but a lot of things can be done over the phone as a telemedicine visit, which is essentially like you just talking to your doctor over the phone, telling them like how things are and like how and what they can do to continue the management of whatever your chronic illness is. Um, I'm sorry again that that's happening. I hope that gives you at least some sort of avenue to explore. But yeah,
Yeah, that kind of stuff is really hard. And I always, um, I'll check out the 211. What's the
yeah,
211?
go for it.
Oh wait, oh
So
that's the link.
it's a
That's
thing I
right.
posted. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, what's 211? What? But then I immediately realized I was like, oh yeah.
Nah, you're good.
Which I should probably put that in the description of my VOD video when it comes out. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't already, I mainly my main platform isn't actually Twitch. It is actually YouTube, in which it is the same name. It is Taminogi. If you guys want to go subscribe, I plan to try to apply to Soul Streamers soon. I wanted to avoid saying that, but I figured I might as well tell you guys that. It's been almost like 6 years now of doing content for Mabby, and I just want to apply eventually, soon. Very soon, actually. But yeah, thank you.
This is where I'm going to be like, make sure you argue for benefits and all these other things.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Affiliate soon, let's go. I think that's the name of what it was. I think I hit all of the goals that you had to hit already last year to get affiliate. I just didn't I didn't actually get affiliate yet. Like I didn't do the work to, or not do the work, but like you have to submit to become an affiliate. Big BB energy.
Uh,
I just didn't become an affiliate yet. I don't know. I started like having anxiety over like if people subscribed and stuff, like if I got money off of it. T-Rope soon. I thought it would be stressful to think about taxes and stuff. But that's my reason as to why I haven't actually gotten it yet. I did hit all the goals for it, so I could sign up for it or whatever it is, become one. Sorry, I kind of went off topic for a second.
you're good, yeah.
But yeah, so the link will be in the description of the video on my YouTube channel when it comes out. I'll have it out at least by tomorrow night, because I think there's like a 24-hour thing where you can't post content that you've streamed on Twitch, I think, for 24 hours or something like that. I believe that's the thing. People can verify for me or not. It's whatever.
Interesting. Sorry if you hear like the random beeps in the background. It's just my AC.
Oh yeah, I only heard it for a second, so you're all good. It was like a split second.
Okay.
What else can we talk about though? It doesn't have to actually be. This could be.
It doesn't have to be health related.
Yeah.
It could be Mavi related.
Yeah.
Anything the community in the chat wants to talk about, I'm totally down to talk about and
Yeah,
explore.
like, how much longer are you planning to be up for? Like, just as a guess.
40 minutes, probably, just because it's self-work tomorrow. But
you said 40 minutes?
40 minutes or
okay,
so.
so like at 12 when it hits midnight.
Pretty much, yeah.
Gotcha. So like 40 more minutes. 50 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever. So yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? What do you have planned for Halloween, you guys? Do you have like any parties going on? Any costume ideas, maybe? Any
Shoot, I really need to think of a costume idea.
movie plans? I don't know. Costumes for me, I have ideas every year to dress up as something, but it never ends up happening because like then I realize there's nowhere for me to go. I don't get invited to parties because I don't have many in real connections with people other than like family that's like,
okay, Mavi party, let's go.
Mavi party? Oh right. I don't think I can talk about it yet. There may be a party planned in game.
Oh, okay.
Just
Spoilers.
Just watch out for that announcement, I would say. I just realized.
Says 2 parties I'm probably not going to. Come on, man. Come on.
Well, there might be a reason they don't want to go, but
that's fair. Yeah. Tabari, I never have plans. Oh.
It's okay, Tabari. I am the same. Maybe you'll join the Mabby thing that might be happening.
Poke. Spoiler.
Yep, spoiler. I usually get a lot of kids at the house where everyone on the block has to sit in the driveway, or else you'd be standing at the door. Wow, that's lucky. I remember in my childhood, I lived in a complex. I remember in my childhood complex, that was the case for me as well, except I was one of those kids that actually went out and got candy. Best times ever with that. However, as soon as I moved to the next place, which I like to call the shit house, I hated living in that house for like 10 years. Never got anyone ever. And it bummed me out. And then now I'm here living with my boyfriend in another city and still don't get anyone. So it's like, you're lucky you got those kids coming at your door. It's I don't know, I like that. I miss that. See, Halloween is my wife and I's anniversary, so we moved. Oh my god, okay, Verilize. I have to say this. That is my anniversary too.
That's
Halloween
awesome.
is also my anniversary. Yes, my boyfriend does play Mabby. Well, he's been kind of on an off time with Mabby, so he hasn't been like doing anything on Mabby, but I've been planning on possibly doing like a stream with him at some point.
That'd be hella cute, honestly.
What? Sorry?
That would be hella cute.
It would. Yeah, he's shy, so yeah, it would. So the morning of November 1st, I'm going to Walmart and taking the sale candy.
Yes.
10 out of 10. Free Halloween celebration half price candy.
Yes.
I marathon horror movies and decorate. I love that. Oh, I can't wait until I get my own place and then I get to put like all the Halloween decorations up. That'll be great. Another day in Aaron with boyfriend. Oh, I mean, I could. At this point, he's been playing for over 3 years, actually. Yeah,
That, that's a great
that would be
idea.
cute. Or have another day in Aaron with Tamara, but he interviews me.
That's kind of like who does that? Oh my gosh, like the Tonight Show. I think that's a thing that they do too,
Oh, do
where it's
they?
like, I can't
I'm
remember if
gonna
it's the
be
Tonight Show
honest.
or something else. Yeah,
I like talk shows, but I never watch them. It's really interesting.
I mean, this is essentially a talk show.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? I mean, it's called Let's Talk, so
Haha.
yeah. And I've recently made it. Well, it hasn't come out yet, but I did an interview where we actually sit on chairs instead of just the regular standing in the interviews.
Mm.
Like as if it's like a talk show where they're like I sit in my chair and they sit in their chair, or like if I have two
Ideally,
guests, they have like a
they do
couch.
that. You can ideally do that in like a homestead.
Yeah, but I didn't want to take away like how I always asked people where they want to do the interview, because like
Oh, true.
it
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that's important to like maybe it's like that's their favorite place in the game.
That's very
So
fair.
I
Yeah.
want to do it still at whatever that favorite place is, but then just do it chairs. So I've
Oh,
started doing
definitely. Yeah.
that. I only have one right now, but that's coming out in a couple of weeks. But I want to keep doing that for my interviews now.
Okay.
Uh, Sorry, funny fact, I wanted to move to the country for more privacy instead of the suburbs, and my parents' argument to convince me not to was because I wouldn't get kids for Halloween.
Ah,
That's adorable. Do you still want to leave? I, I'm just curious. You can get twice the candy and eat all of it, then get a sick stomach because you ate too much candy, but don't care because sale candy.
very true. And then you can go to your doctor afterwards to be like, I feel
And
sick.
your dentist.
And your dad. And your dad. That's true. Oh
Uh,
man.
which, by the way, guys, I'm doing pretty good. If you didn't know, I recently got my wisdom teeth removed in like less than a month ago now, so I'm doing good.
Oh, dude,
Thanks
you're
for
great.
not
Did you
asking.
get did you get good milkshakes after the surgery?
I didn't get milkshakes because I don't know. I tend not to like want milkshakes. They're a little too chocolatey usually for me, or like they're too thick.
Very fair.
But I did get smoothies and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Or that
Just as good.
no, I got ice
Just as
cream
good.
first, and then once I was able to like drink through straws and stuff, I was like, I've been craving a fucking smoothie forever. Please give one to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one
That'll
today
do
too,
it.
so it was like, yes. Let's
Nice.
see. I want privacy. I can't have a conversation in my backyard without 3 neighbors hearing me. I feel you.
Oof.
I feel you. You'll lose those kids from Halloween, but I understand for the rest of the year how that would be
If anything, it
annoying.
gives you a secluded place where you can host a Halloween party.
Children are allowed. I would go to the country. Oof, wisdom teeth. Thick.
Like,
I got mine removed last year, and oh my lord, they jacked me up on meds. I was falling out of my chair trying to stay upright. Yes. Okay. Verilize, I relate to you a lot, apparently. I actually... So, when I had my wisdom teeth removed, I started having health issues that, like... They've been health issues that I've been dealing with for a while. Wow, look, it's going full circle. We're now going back into health.
uh,
I've the health issues that I've had for quite some while. They just come at random times. So like, they're not all the time, but they come randomly throughout the year, every couple months kind of thing, or just every month. Like, for example, one of the things is my period, and I know people don't like to hear about that kind of conversation, but
oh my god, a
I
natural thing that
I
happens.
know I have endometriosis. And I had to
Okay.
get a surgery for it and everything. It's that bad. So,
Yeah.
um, I just happened to get my period that same weekend that I had just gotten my wisdom teeth removed. So that there was that, and
Ooh.
then there was something else I'm not gonna talk about. But that one thing that also happened to show up at that same time as well. On top of that, I had just recently talked to my doctor about like maybe taking a new medicine for it if it ever came back, and it did, obviously. And I had
Mhm.
gotten the medication, and so it was my first time using that medication. And as soon as I started using that specific medication with the other medication that the dentist had me jacked up on for the wisdom teeth, which I asked him first, like, can I take this with the stuff that you gave me? I made sure to ask first.
Mhm.
He said it was okay. I I swear to God, as soon as I started using that medication, for the first time, everything went downhill. Like I was actually doing pretty good. It
Mhm.
was seeming like everything was completely fine, and then it was that medication, and I felt like this was the first time in my entire life that I laid in bed one night and I thought I was dying.
Oh God.
Like the closest to what I would expect, like would assume dying feels like. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't think.
Medication
See, here's the thing. I
interactions.
don't think it interacted with any of the medications from the dentist. I think it was that, like, I think that medicine, just in general, with my body, did not. It was. I got the most terrible headache that, like, I don't know. I've never. I'd never had a headache that bad, and I've had bad headaches. It just felt like everything
Sorry.
was. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it was bad. It was bad. It was real bad. Um, so I kind of get it. I kind of get what you mean, paralyzed. It was bad. Probably not the same experience because you probably didn't have the same medications as I did. Yeah,
That's
like
fair.
everything was crashing down on me. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. What were we talking about before that? Halloween.
Halloween.
Halloween,
I mean, that's.
guys.
I mean, that sounds as terrifying as a Halloween story could
Yeah.
be.
Yeah, that's true. Uh,
But yeah, like Halloween. I hope everyone has a really, really good and safe Halloween. I hope everyone has really good outfit ideas if
well, like,
you
look at
decide to dress
Crimson.
up.
Look at Crimson. Oh, okay. Okay, game. Okay, game. Okay,
Uh,
okay.
uh,
Okay, calm
uh.
down, game. Calm down.
Look at Chrism Zoom.
Okay, look at Crimson's outfit. I like that.
It's very aptly themed. I love it.
Yeah, I love that. Look at the eyes. Crimson's eyes. Beauty.
Look with your special eyes.
And another area, but that's yeah.
Uh,
No, I'm
Navi
kidding.
sliders
I'm
when? Just
kidding.
kidding.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
The damage is done. There is no kidding.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna eat the last two little goldfish that I had in my hand that I just didn't get to finish. There's just two
I
of them.
immediately hear those goldfish already hear saying in my head, "Save me, save me." In my area, let's see. Tavares says, in my area, we have a yearly Halloween haunted house that's pretty famous. That's cool. Yeah, like haunted house events are really, really fun. I'm going to go to one in about 2 weeks where I live right now. That's going to be really fun. It's a little hayride thing. So, and then there's like you go
Oh
do
my
that, and
god.
then
Sorry. I've always wanted to do like a little hayride thing. I don't.
it's
They don't
fun.
have those here. I'm in such a small little community. I don't. They don't have them, or not that I
Um,
know of.
you have to like drive out to like a bigger city to do it.
I think
Or
so. And even
makes
then, I
sense.
wouldn't know where. Because I'm not from those
The only
areas.
place in Canada I've been to is Mississauga to
What?
visit a friend of mine.
Wait. Is Mississauga Canada? Oh god.
Yes,
Oh
I,
god.
I'm. pr- If you,
Oh
if
god.
you,
Am I a true Canadian or not?
I was like, I'm pretty sure it was. My ex was from there.
Let me look it
It's
up real quick.
it's next to Toronto.
What's like Mrs. Okay, it is. Yeah, sorry, it's in Ontario.
Yeah, we have
Oh
haunted
god.
hayrides here in Washington State. That's legit. I have
Oh
two
god.
festive robes. Festive D robes? Just
Oh
kidding.
god, look at this. Look at it. No, look at this guy. Wait, who's that? Neko
Hey,
Cat. Look at you. Look at that.
I love
Wow.
how they like put the cat on top of it too.
Oh yeah,
Just
because it's still technically Neko Cat.
yeah,
um.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the Canadians, especially the people who are in Ontario. I'm on the other
Shit,
side of Canada. I'm not used to all the city names. I'm sorry.
so good.
uh,
Oh man, but yeah, like Halloween's a fun time, and then
always, always. It's like my favorite time of year.
one of the things I like to do too, where I'm from, is same day they do like Dia de los Muertos celebrations as well, which is like Day of the Dead in the Mexican
Oh,
community. And so then like they like the artwork and the painting and the face paints and like all of that is beautiful.
I don't think
Whenever
I
like
ever see that here.
it's definitely where I'm from, just because it's just a massive like Mexican community, and
Oh,
so
okay,
it
okay.
makes sense. But yeah, like I'm not Mexican myself, but it's really cool to see, and I've done photography in a few of those events before, and it's like the colors and the music, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Yeah,
I
it's like
assume.
it's literally Coco from Disney, but
Yeah,
real life, and it's
yeah.
awesome.
I've never actually seen that.
Oh, highly recommend.
Yeah,
Highly.
yeah. I've heard a lot of people cry to that.
Oh my god,
Did you?
I, I felt the lump in my throat, and I was just like,
You were like, no.
can make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, T.
The movies that always make me cry, specifically one movie that always makes me cry is The Fox and the Hound. I have
Oh
two
my
favorite
god.
movies tied. I never
Hmm.
think one is over the other.
Hmm.
My but The Fox and the Hound has a scene that I cry no matter what every time. As soon as I hear the music, as soon as I see the emotions, oh, it's it's everybody knows if they've seen that movie. They know the scene. They know the
I
scene.
do.
Yep.
It's like
Gosh.
you're right.
Yeah. Gladiator makes you cry 100% of the time. What's Gladiator? What's that
Gladiator.
about?
Oh my gosh. Are you not entertained? Just kidding.
Is that
It's
what that is?
with I think it's Russell Crowe. He's like essentially like a gladiator that like fights for fights in the Colosseum. It's I think it was made in like 2000. It's a good I remember it being a good movie.
Sorry, one second.
Yeah.
Someone had messaged me about saving an item that I have been selling.
Ooh, okay. Tabari says, I've been through
Oh,
Canada many years ago on my way to New York for a cousin's wedding. That's cool. Verilize says, I would be more festive for Halloween, but saving for Wizard Corgi limiting what I buy at the moment. More than understandable, and the Wizard Corgi would be pretty nice. So, too much cat theme outfits. I'm just gonna switch to a lava cat robe to keep that trend going. Just kidding. Yeah, and Joaquin Phoenix, yeah.
okay, sorry.
Man, they
Well,
were babus.
what are we talking about?
Oh no, just it was just like reading off the chat for you.
Oh, okay, okay.
And then yeah, Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix were in uh Gladiator. General of the army was supposed to be crowned king, which
But he
was
chose he was away from his family too long and wanted to retire. The prince overheard this and his family killed.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I think did it win like a Academy Award? Let me see.
that sounds very dramatic.
Oh yeah. But let's see. Reception.
Oh, do you guys what do you guys think of the new Lord of the Rings series, the TV series? Because I watched 2 episodes and I might watch more, but I'm like about it. Like the first episode to me was bad.
I haven't
The
watched it.
second
So.
episode started to get better, which is why I'm like maybe I'll watch more. But the first episode was just bad, in my opinion. Because they decided it's like they have a lot of characters who want to be main characters in the story, I guess. This is what it feels like to me anyway. They have a lot of characters that are supposed to be main characters, but they're all like they all don't know each other yet, kind of thing. They're all spread out. They're all different stories, and there's like so many characters that it's like it almost seemed rushed, and they had to introduce all the characters so fast within the amount of time they had for the episode that you couldn't actually get attached to any of them, and it all just felt very rushed. I don't know. Is this based on before the movies? Yeah, it is. The movie is him surviving after as a slave turned gladiator and meeting the prince as the new king in the Colosseum, freeing the other slaves. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it sounds very dramatic.
I looked it up and I won 5 Academy Awards.
Jeez.
Yeah. I do remember it being a really, really good movie though.
All right, I gotta take some items down for a friend. One. All of these hedges. They want them. Which, by the way, if you guys want any of these, let me know. Or you can just go buy them on the auction house. It's up to you. I'm gonna have to put more stuff in my auction house after then. Gotta set these aside.
Your UI color is one I wouldn't have thought to ever have used, but it looks cool. I
Well,
do like your UI color, yeah.
thank you. I've tried other ones, but like whenever I switch, it like feels weird. I remember I used to use this when I was little because it was red. It was the only red one, really. But like, can't stand it. I don't know.
Like, I'm basic. Mine's gray.
Okay, let's see. Cry Every Time. That and Grey's Anatomy. I've never seen that either, but I know it's really popular. Someone else said, Ruskeye said Gladiator was really good. Night Rise said Uriah is what? Oh, I thought you were saying that to me. I didn't know you were saying what they were saying. Okay.
I mean, I still think your UI color is cool too, so.
Well, thank you. I've only watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Haven't seen Hobbit. I haven't seen The Hobbit either. Don't worry. Don't have Netflix, so no interest in the series. It's not on Netflix, or it's not. No, I'm pretty sure it's just Amazon.
It's on Amazon only,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. Caramel cream color. True Mabby's too bright blue.
That's true.
Yeah, it's on Prime. Another show that I really like, that I'm waiting for the next season now, is Only Murders in the Building. Which is, I think, a fun little show. I think it's not too dark or anything either.
Oh, Steve Martin wrote it? That's cool.
Yeah, he's in it too. It's
That's
the three main
really
characters are Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
Huh.
Right?
Hey.
You wouldn't think of that trio. Well, maybe you'd think of Steve Martin and Martin Short, but Selena
But not
Gomez.
Selena Gomez. That's so random, but that's
Yeah.
cool.
No, but they do really well together.
Huh. Okay. This is on. Oh, okay. I tried that. Maybe. I just have to. I'm still catching up on all these other shows right now. I'm still watching Andor. I'm still watching She-Hulk. I'm watching. There's all these new anime that's coming out this month. Spy Family. I'm on. I just started watching the new Gundam series, which I highly recommend so far because it looks really damn good.
Sorry. Paralyzed.
Who remembers that story?
Now the real question. Who remembers That's So Raven?
I definitely do.
Me too. I mean, I guess that was the real question.
Overlord, yeah, I'm catching up on Overlord also. I'm still behind, but I'm catching up on that as well.
I'm gonna be honest, I never watch anime.
More than okay. That's crazy. You're on an anime-looking game and you don't watch anime.
I know, I get that all the time. I do. I really do.
I can imagine. Yeah. Pop Team Epic 2. I mean, true.
Pop Team Epic? What is that?
It's like a satire anime. I believe. It's comedy. It's pretty funny.
I will say I have watched anime. I don't watch it currently right now, but I have watched anime. Mainly like the original stuff that gets you into anime when you're little, like Pokemon and like Bleach and.
That's fair. Which, by the way, Bleach, new season starting this month.
Oh my god, what?
It came back. It's the final season.
Oh, well, okay, interesting.
Yeah. It's a very hyped one for this month. So
wow.
I think it comes out. Shoot, like in 8 days, I believe.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I've also watched some like I guess more obscure stuff too. Guilty Crown.
Guilty Crown's great. I like that one.
What else? I know there's other stuff. There's this one, I don't remember the name of it, but I remember I watched one about this one girl. She had like shoulder length or short blonde hair and had like a flower in her hair, and she like worked at her grandma's hot springs and met like I remember one of her friends was like the chef of the hot spring area, and she was kind of like bossy-ish. Oh, I don't remember what it's called, but I.
Now you make me want to find out which one it is.
Oh, I could find it if I searched it up. Yes, that's the one. There you go, Tabari.
What?
Tabari got it. Just
okay.
based off of I watched that.
Oh, I've seen
like pictures
of it, but I never watched it.
It's a pretty good show, I think. I think it's more relaxing, I think. And I watched it years ago, so it might have been like something that I related to for like my teenage years or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Mm.
But yeah, I haven't watched a lot of animes. I watched a bit of Clannad.
Oh god, Clannad.
Clannad. I didn't watch to the end. I know it's sad though.
Clannad's definitely one of the ones that made me tear up, for sure. Angel Beats, also another one that made me tear up. Inuyasha? Of course I remember Inuyasha. What do you mean, no one knows Inuyasha? Of course I do. Watched it all the way to like the final season.
H2O footprints in the sand. Wait, is not wait, H2O is that not the mermaid? The live action mermaid show though?
H2O,
or is there
footprints in the
not
sand?
The mermaid? I'm sorry.
This sounds familiar.
I'm sorry.
No, wait, I think I know which one you're talking about. It's
an Australian show.
Oh, I've seen like memes about it,
like
but I've not.
Or something. No, it's not. No, the memes about like Cleo.
It's an Australian show or drama, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a live action show. It's just a series. Oh god, it's a good show though.
H2O footprints in this. I feel like this is like it's a game that was made into an anime series. Let me see what it's about so I remember. Social blindness, scares around a white cane. Oh no, maybe I haven't. But the artwork definitely looks familiar.
Cowboy Bebop. You know, I feel like a lot of times I'm the only person who didn't actually watch that.
It's good. I feel like it's one you would enjoy. Like the vibes of it's really nice too, just in general.
What about the aesthetic of it? Does it have good
aesthetic? Yes, it's very how would I put it? If you're into noir movies or like that kind of style.
Oh, black and white? I'm not actually. I'm not into that at all. Yeah,
it's
maybe I wouldn't like it then. Maybe I'd like the story,
fun.
but not the
style.
Not
it's visuals. Not black and white though. It's very like how to put it. I feel like it's like I want to say no, but it's not black and white.
I think I get what you mean because I've seen pictures of it. I think I get what you mean based off of the pictures that I could see.
For sure. Let's see. Recreators is good. Yeah.
Quick, guys. Quick question. Answer as fast as you can. What's your favorite Pokemon? Go.
Oh, I'm basic Pikachu.
You said, did you say Pikachu?
I said Pikachu. Basic Pokemon.
Could you imagine I do a whole stream of think fast questions?
I mean, not a bad idea. Brazilian. Wally seems good. You know.
My favorite have been Vulpix and Ninetales for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And foxes are my favorite animals, so that makes a lot of sense anyway because they're the fox Pokemon. Wiglet Oh my god. Wiglet. Wiglet is adorable. Anyway. uh but fun fact, my very first favorite Pokemon ever when I was really, really little, like a baby, was Raichu.
Ah, nice.
When I was little, I really liked characters that were like kind of bullies. Or maybe I wouldn't say bullies, but like they were like the tough ones that like they have a soft side
Mm.
in stories. So like I also um my favorite Powerpuff Girl was Buttercup as well cuz she was rough and tough, with a sensitive
Mhm.
side. However, like I said, as I got older, those things changed. So like Bubbles would be my favorite Powerpuff Girl nowadays. Vulpix and
Mhm.
Ninetales. Um, things like that. I remember my favorite character in The Land Before Time, as a good example, was
Oh my
Sarah.
God. Land Before Time, that brought me back.
I love The Land Before Time.
As soon as you said that, I immediately heard yep, yep, yep.
Oh, Ducky's such a cute character.
You know, oh
And
my
Spike.
gosh.
And
Oh,
they're all cute. They're all cute. I had so many of those movies, by the way. I remember having a bunch of VHS tapes. Or maybe I didn't have them, but my cousin and I was at his house or something. They had them. I think they had a whole set of like anytime a Land Before Time sing along came out.
mhm.
I think they'd get it and we'd watch it and we'd love it.
Going down that rabbit hole, then, did you watch An American Tail?
I did, although it wasn't one of my favorites, so like I'd have to watch it again. I did.
Mhm.
I know this is really weird, but I recently watched American Tail. Fievel Goes West. I did
Oh my
recently watch that
God.
with my boyfriend because we were just kind of like. I remember my boyfriend thinking, or saying to me like, "I remember really liking that movie. We should watch it sometime." So we did, and it's such a meme.
I
It's
kind of want to
such. It's
see.
such a
Dang, I
meme.
kind of want to see it now, just to
It's
like see what it was like at the time.
Oh gosh. Oh, Alolan Raichu. I actually don't like Alolan Raichu, but I do love Alolan
Uh,
Vulpix and Ninetales. Sorry, I'm just going back to the chat real quick.
oh my
Um,
God, that's the surfer Raichu.
yeah, I didn't. I felt like that was a wrong decision for Raichu. I feel like it's so out of place.
Mhm.
Whereas like Alolan Vulpix and Raichu, Vulpix and Ninetales were a good choice. Like just going from fire uh to ice and yeah. Let's see. Powerpuff Girls as an anime adaptation. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the main thing.
your dog's name is Ducky. That's
Oh my
adorable.
gosh, you gotta have
Uh,
it. Say, yeah, you have to train it so it could say yep, yep, yep.
nah, Fox and the Hound. When the old lady dropped off the fox in the woods, cry. Exactly. That's what I was telling everybody about earlier. Uh, Don Bluth's
And
animations
then,
are treasures. Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
and then life has many doors, Edward.
What? Uh,
I think I did that too good. Anyway,
Ducky cries, cries, cries when I leave the apartment.
Ralph, you dare make fun of a son of a ship? Okay, I can't do it. On that stage, on that stage dance costume. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Wanna buy it?
I'm sorry. The only reason I'm selling it really is because I don't wear it as often as I would like to. I do that
Mm-hmm.
with my outfits. If I don't feel like I'm wearing them as often as I paid for it, um, then I'd rather sell it for something that I feel like I might, use more. So,
Yeah, that's what that I get that. That's
and
why I
like
give you the money for the giveaway.
I'm not in a rush to sell it either. So,
Mhm.
yeah, maybe you'll buy it before someone else buys it.
I wonder if I can just randomly throw another one for you to do a giveaway for right now, just for fun.
Wait, what?
Let's
No, no,
see.
no, don't, not what? What are you doing?
I'm kidding. Maybe next
Just
time.
save it for another stream. We're good.
It's like, all right, guys, we're gonna do We're gonna do special Dark Lord regalia.
Oh my god.
That would literally get like so many people
Oh,
to come in for it.
my friend HD Link wanted me to help them promote that they're selling a couple things. They
Okay.
are selling 2 Homestead Tranquil Pond Type B for 500k each, a special Tech Chic short suit male for 30 mil, a
Okay.
refined Majestic Night Gauntlets male for 60 mil. I don't know if it has any like reforges,
Any
things like that,
reforges?
so you might have to go check for that. Special Winter Forest Wanderer outfit male, which that's a really good outfit, by the way. I love that outfit. For 80 mil. Are they actually 80 mil? Whoa. I have a
Hello?
female version. Oh. Anyway. A Nightmare. It's blessed. I don't know if that matters, but it's a Nightmare Supernova Divine Bastard Sword for 250 mil. Damn. And also, I don't know what
Oh,
the
he's,
forges and stuff are on that.
wait, Link is selling his Divine Bastard Sword? I'm surprised. Huh.
Well, I'm surprised he's selling his Winter Forest one, too. The
Hmm.
outfit. Homestead Placid Pond Type D. There's one of them for 2 mil. So,
Speedy
if
ES,
any of you
500.
are interested in any of those.
Let's see. Speedy. Item does not exist. You don't understand.
Just if any of you.
I
See.
mean,
Such a K-pop look. Oh, I know. That's why I wanted it at first. Well, not the K-pop look. I actually wanted it because I like things that are plaid because I'm Canadian and I wear red. So it's automatically like, red plaid, Canadian, yeah, that kind of thing. Do I have the female regalia? No, I don't. I don't think Tsukirou has it.
which ones are
Female regalia.
female? I do not. Sorry.
I'm selling a Speedy
Um,
ES, but I don't know the price for him at the moment. I don't know
right
either.
now, right now, Speedy ES as a burn is 25 mil,
Oh, there you go.
but 24 mil. But that's as a burn. If it's already if you got it like post update for exclusives where you can trade it once, it's probably going to be less. Um, I don't know how much less because I can find one being sold right now, but if you have one that's not a burn and a tradable, probably like 20 millish. If it's a burn, 25 mil.
Do I like K-pop? Okay, here's the thing about that. I don't listen to K-pop. Um, the fans of the K-pop fans are kind of aggressive. Um, but you know what? Let them do their thing. However, I will say, my twin sister and I were very big fans of, and when I say very big fans, I'm not trying to compare to any of like the hardcore fans, but like I really liked 21.
Hey,
I was a big fan of CL, and my sister was a big fan of Bomb.
did you see when they performed at Coachella?
I did. I did see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was like,
It
bruh.
was so good. Good job. Like I remember even watching their TV series that they had,
Oh, nice.
where it was like behind the scenes when they were first starting out and stuff.
That's cool.
It was great. It was nice. Yeah.
Burn exclusive. I just need someone to burn for me. Uh,
I
yeah.
I was gonna say I can, but I feel like I haven't burned for people in so long that I don't know if I actually have the max success rate there for the burn. Like I
If
feel
you
like there's
have,
got to be things like different firewood and stuff like that nowadays.
I mean, if you have rank one what's it
Maybe
called,
hold on, let's
campfire,
see. I think
rank
I
one
do.
campfire, and like a
Yeah,
special firewood. That's all I need.
yeah, I have rank 1 campfire.
Hey,
I just
that's
don't
it.
have wood. Well, I have
And
wood,
and
but
rank
it's
one
just
enchant.
it's just regular. Oh, not
And
this.
rank one enchant as well if you have that.
Rank 1 enchant. I do. Yeah. I
Hey,
got rank 1 enchant a really long time ago before like even training seals and stuff were a thing.
nice. Damn. Put in the work.
I did a lot of a lot of the life skills because I was trying to get into a very exclusive guild when I was little. When I thought that was cool, um, it's not, by the way. Let me close my goldfish bag. Hopefully, it is not very loud for you guys. I could just mute. but I'm gonna let you guys hear this. Wow. It's being pressed in. It's done. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you won. It's like to find a chance, and I'm sad about it. A chance RF stole them out.
They're very
Yeah,
tedious.
it is tedious, you
Yeah.
know.
But then, see, another reason I did that kind of stuff too, it wasn't just for that exclusive guild. It was because I also wanted to. This is back on Tarlach when all the servers weren't merged yet. There were like very, very, very few people who had rank 1 life skills of things. So, like, even blacksmithing and stuff was rare to have. So, yeah, I did all that so that I could help people make things. And because like there were certain people that there were only certain people that had it in the server, and they were only on at certain times. Like I remember Rep, if anyone's from Tarlach, it was Repent.
Revenge of Jesus.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was like the only person around, and he had like the only times he was available was like almost at midnight. So it was like rare for you to get help from him. Although he was always willing to, because that's just the type of person he is. But
That's kind of cool. I've never met them in person, but I feel like I've seen a lot of their signed gear.
how much wood do you need for the camp? You need 5. I only know Repent's iconic shops and glyphs. Yeah, I know. So here's the thing about Repent. He's a nice guy. He's just very aggressive on how he, talks about his religion and everything. And yeah, it's gotten it's gotten much more aggressive. He didn't have shops and stuff like that all the time that I can recall. And he didn't put out like spam bugles and stuff for things either back then. So it's gotten more aggressive. However, great guy if you actually, sit down and talk to him. I was actually, when I started doing my interviews on YouTube, I was actually going to have him be one of my interviews. But I never ended up, he didn't say no to me. I asked him, he didn't say no to me, but he said maybe. And then there was just like nothing ever happened with it. But he's definitely one of the biggest names from back on Tarlach that I could think of.
Yeah, I just saw some of the stuff around
Yeah, no, it's not a gimmick.
now.
It's not a gimmick. He's really like that. He's very, very religious. He even has like his in real family members playing the game, and they're like similar. They're not as aggressive as he is, but they have similar, obviously similar beliefs and stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if I was supposed to say that. I feel like that was actually pretty personal. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Help.
Please. Please. Anyway.
Otherwise, Navi, it's been cool watching how the Navi community's changed over time. And like, I know like everyone during the initial Aaron merge had their misgivings because of it all just being in one place, but I do like how much more alive the game has been feeling. And in my traversing of the game, I guess, like since the merge and like going through the different channels and talking with different people in the community, it is interesting and cool to see that there's a lot of people that are returning, and even just some new players that are starting to pop in just because of it's even more so with all these quality of life changes and the ones that are planned to come in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say, I'm going to be ending the stream. It is 5 minutes before midnight.
And I got a knockout.
Yeah, I know Tsukirou has to go to bed. I'm not going to bed just yet, but I'm going to go too. If you guys enjoyed this stream, I would absolutely love and appreciate the follow if you guys wouldn't mind. Thank you. I try to stream every week. Keyword try. And I usually do on Tuesday nights. Every now and then I think I'll try and do this again where I'll have like maybe like a Sunday night or something. We'll see. But if you want to see more content of mine that isn't just streaming, I do have a YouTube channel, same name, Taminogi. Would love the subscription as well. I do interviews there. I've recently started a series where I talk about like the creatures in Mabinogi, just information on like release dates for like when certain animals came out in the game, that kind of thing. I tried to add you as well, Tam, but your friends list is full. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look for someone in my beginners that doesn't play anymore or something.
Oh, you do that too. That's
I
cool.
think Glue hasn't been playing recently. You can add me now though. Thank you guys for the follows. Oh, is this you? Just making sure that someone didn't just snipe your spot on the list.
Nice.
But yeah, so I do post more on my YouTube channel. If you guys would like to follow me there or whatever. And if you wanted to subscribe, I'm sorry I don't have that set up, but you can always donate. That's, in below the stream at the bottom. And also this VOD, if you were interested in hearing what was said before you entered the stream, the VOD will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so you can see everything that was said before, so you don't need to feel like you missed anything. However, of course, it's not live, so... But you can always, like, leave comments of how you, like, what you thought of certain topics or what we said. They're like, you're always free to say what you want to say in the comments, as long as it's not hateful.
Please.
As long as it's not toxic. Then that would just get deleted, and I wouldn't say anything.
Either way, I am very happy, and thank you so much again for having me on your stream.
Yeah,
and
of course.
It's been an honest pleasure.
I'm super happy that you wanted to do something again with me. Like,
Of course,
had such a good interview, and now such a great little stream that we had here, and of course the giveaway as well. Like, thank you. I didn't expect you to.
It's more than fine.
To donate.
I love to do it for the content. Another, it's just to get the community engaged on something fun. So
like,
why
he
not?
donated a 50 mil outfit, dude. What?
It's a 50 mil outfit that I don't really use, so might as well make it something fun.
I'm sure they appreciate it too. So.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, thank you for coming on here then.
Of course, of course. Again, if anybody needs this, I'm gonna drop a link to it again.
Right.
I was talking about this earlier, that a lot of people in the Mabinogi community may be either going through something or know somebody else that's going through something. And so what I'm going to post on the chat right now is the 211.org number, which is a utilizable resource for anybody in the USA that may need help with either finding their specific resources for mental health, or even more so for any other resources, such as maybe trying to get back into education for themselves, or trying to find some financial help, or maybe they're in something abusive and they need some sort of way out. Multiple different resources that are essentially an entire bank of community resources based on what your zip code is. So I hope this becomes something that can be helpful for the Mabinogi community, because I love you guys and I want you guys to be safe while you're out there.
And I'll put that in the description as well. So.
For sure. Yeah.
Always. If you want to send it to me on Discord as well, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So then I can it's an easy way for me to post it there.
There you go.
Verilize said, at Tsukirou, tips for meteor ranking. It seemed Cremina and G8 is immune to meteor. No, when I tried, since some said that was what they did, just the field dragons, or is there a better way?
Trident Master, it's already rank 1. Oh, okay.
Just the one last question.
Yeah, so now, especially with the new raids and the new raid system, there's always going to be a dragon ready at any point, at a lot of points of the day. So read up at how the raid system has updated now as of the past 2 weeks. And there's a schedule out there where you can see where and which dragons spawn at what times, because it's now fixed at different times of the day, on different days, from all the even number channels. So then you can, because Yeah, exactly. So field dragons, those can be used to move rank up at least that part of the meteor. Um, what was it? That part of the media requirements. And then if you ever need like, from what I remember, I believe another requirement was a certain number of mobs had to be hit at once from a meteor. Yeah, essentially a challenge. So those are pretty much the go-to tips that I would give, honestly. It seems like you already know those. Otherwise, if you haven't finished G22 already, one of the technique skills that you get from there is called time shift that highly recommend you can utilize whenever the cooldown's off to essentially spam meteors. And you do have time shift and say, yeah, congrats, yeah. Highly recommend using time shift whenever it's off cooldown then to be able to utilize that as multiple training hits for your training. Um, and if you get that up to like level 10, you can go up to like 5, even 6 if you have a Sanglass enchant on a glove. So hope that helps. That's pretty much all I can really say for training Meteor up. Do you Meteor then time shift or time shift then Meteor? I Meteor then time shift. That way you have one Meteor down, and then you can just immediately do time shift meteors afterwards, so you don't have to waste seconds into the actual time shift um, time frame.
There you
So
go. I'm gonna be honest. I completely zoned out to all that because I'm not a mage.
yeah, it's more than okay. Though I think you need Master Meteor for I think you need that for tech. Let me see. It's been a minute. I believe you need it for Redouble Defensive. No, you don't. Just kidding. That's a lie. What do I need it? I think
What?
it's
You're a liar now? What?
you need it for time shift.
Oh my god!
Huh. Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately. Plus 50 MA. You time a Bakram, you can go on media. Yeah, very true.
All right.
Not just R1. Okay, yeah.
So, if that is all, you guys, just making sure there's no like little extra little things that they need to know from you. But you know what? If they need anything from you, they can just
You can message me,
yeah,
you can
message
whisper me.
Tsukirou.
I always hang out I, for the most part, unless I'm raiding or doing other things in other channels, I tend to stick in channel 4 and tier. So if you ever want to say hi, I'm always there.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next stream.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah,
Be
good night,
safe. Take
guys.
care. Do your
You.
best.